I think that should work, and then we could both
Oh
share,
my
right?
gosh. Finally.
There we are. We got it. Hey, we were rocking out to Simon and Garfunkel, so I mean, it was cool. Everyone was like cool with me singing for 2 hours,
Mm.
but they hadn't heard me sing yet, so I mean, they probably wouldn't be cool with it afterward. So this is Kim. Kim is a friend of mine. I met her back in October, I think it was, and she was on a call talking about like all kinds of things. She asked me to do an interview, and I went on the interview and talked about downloads, and here we are. So we're going to talk to you guys about downloads today. How many of you guys are excited about making money with downloads? You're like, okay, seriously, you can make a download for like $50 or $100 and make a living? Like, really? I thought like software cost a lot of money, which is really cool, right? And this is something that everyone on this call can do. You don't need to be a techie. You don't need to be, super savvy on the internet. You don't even have to know coding. All you need to do is know how to type and talk, which you don't even have to talk. You could just type. So pretty cool stuff. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started right in the road. Brian says, what if I'm a techie? Hey, that's a plus, right? So you'll kind of have a little leg up, but it's not a huge leg. It's not like what do they call it in golf? Like a handicap or something, which that's good, right? Having a handicap is good, I think. I don't know. Whenever I try to golf, I don't know. I just don't even hit the ball. I'm like the guy who like keeps swinging and it's still there and I'm just mowing the lawn. And they're like, thanks for mowing the lawn, but you lost. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to play golf anymore because I suck. So that's kind of how that goes. All right, let's bring up the screen here. Let's see, share. Okay, go ahead and make me the host, I think. That won't make your video go away, right?
No, I don't think so. Go
Okay.
if you share screen, try it. We'll
Okay.
ask
So
them.
if I do share, it says host disabled, participant sharing.
Oh, who can share? We'll say all panelists. Okay, I did that. So try
Cool.
sharing again.
Awesome. I didn't even know that button was there. See, you learn something new every day. So those of you who aren't techie, your old buddy Marcus ain't techie either. So don't worry about it. Okay, so you guys should still see us, and you should see the screen here with the simple tools, big profits, and the pictures and everything like that. If you guys see that, let me know. I will pull up the Q&A, and I will pull up the chat box as well. And let's go ahead and dive right in. So we got a lot to cover today. During this call, at some point, there will be an Easter bunny. No, we have not lost our minds, but we're going to have an Easter bunny because he's going to show you a little Easter egg where you can get some cool stuff. You're going to get a free PDF download, and you're going to get a free little software tool that you can use that's really cool that Kim had made for everyone who's on this call who sees the Easter bunny. If you don't see the Easter bunny, then, I mean, you're not going to get it. I'm not going to announce it. I'm not going to point it out. You got to be paying attention. So if that sounds cool, type Easter bunny in the box, and we'll get this show on the road here. And yeah, so there's a lot of Easter bunnies in the box there. Cool stuff. Okay, so how many of you guys are ready to start making and promoting simple little tools to profit big time? I'm Marcus Campbell. This is Kim Dang. We have both been doing online entrepreneuring for quite some time. I started back in 1999. Kim, when did you start your e-commerce stuff?
5 years ago.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
Cool.
2013, 2014.
Okay, cool. Cool. And you guys know me, I've started in 1999. I'm going to give you a little rundown of the story. Now, we're going to tell you some stories, and I want you to pay attention in these stories because in these stories is the details of how you can start this business. If you pay attention, you're going to get every little detail of how this works. Okay, so if you're ready to pay attention, type pay attention in the box, and we're going to dive right in. All right, so here's a little picture of the mobile home that I started my business from. This is the curtains. This is how crappy it looked. I actually lived in the living room of this mobile home on a bunk bed at the age of 20. Very embarrassing, not cool. Actually, the place was so destroyed and drug infested after I left because my roommates were drug addicts. I was a preacher, so I didn't do any drugs, although I probably should have looking at that place, right? No, I'm not advocating that. Children, do not do that. The place was so drug infested that when it got sold, they just bought it for the land under it and bulldozed it. So that's how nice my house was that I started in. Here I was in 1999. I looked like a dork, but that was cool because I made money looking like a dork. And I actually did magic shows for local birthdays, schools, churches, different things like that. And that was my first taste of entrepreneurship, was going out there and, making a living with magic. I ran an ad, I got customers, I took phone calls, sold them over the phone and stuff like that. And I learned a little bit about marketing when I ran my magic ad. I learned a little bit about sales and everything like that. Then fast forward to the year 2000, 2001, I was dabbling in website creation. And by dabbling, I mean I used the AOL platform that took forever to build a site. And I used the platform Front Page Express that came with every Windows computer. So that's how savvy I was. I used the free program. And in that time, my brother had worked for a local cigar company. We have a lot of cigar smokers in my family. And he worked at the cigar place, and they said they needed a website. And I was like, I am your man. And I didn't really know how to build a website, but I figured, if I charge them, then I have to figure it out. So I did. I charged them, and then I had to figure it out. And along the way, I noticed that website started ranking on the search engines, and they started getting a bunch of sales for cigars. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. We got you search engine rankings, so we got to charge more because this is what we're doing. We're getting you traffic. And they were like, yeah, of course, So I got my first payday of like $10,000 for the site. And I was kind of happy. It was like, hey, you made 10 grand. I'd never even seen 10 grand, let alone had it. And here I was, I had it. But they were kind of like uptight about it. So they paid me monthly over the course of a year. I was like, dude, seriously. But at any rate, it worked, right? I probably would have spent it all in one place anyway. That's just kind of how I work it. Then after that, I learned about the search engine rankings. I started this search engine business, had my first kid at age 22. And we were like, okay, how are we going to make this work? I can't have my kid in this mobile home that has drugs on the floor. That's not a good idea. So I need to up my game. I need to make some money. And before my kid was born, I actually went through and I started my search engine optimization business. I'm going to try to get our timers to sync here. I think they will if I reload it. There we go. And so I started my search engine optimization business, which was cool. And I was like, okay, I can get you guys ranked on the search engines. I think that's going to be really, really cool. Okay. And I did that, and I was making money, and I was happy. And, we were able to move to this place in Lakewood, California, which I know Kim knows where Lakewood is. She's in Southern California.
Yeah.
And so I had this house. We rented this room here and then the master bedroom as well. And we had 2 other roommates, but there was no drugs on the floor. So I was like, yay for no drugs on the floor. That was good. And along the way, I was always kind of an idea person. I always had these crazy ideas of how I wanted to make money. And at that time, I noticed that there was people doing the Herbalife program. How many of you guys have been like, yeah, I know what Herbalife is. It's like a network marketing diet company or something like that. And so I made a little CD. I actually scanned the whole catalog of the Herbalife catalog. I put it into a little disc format, and I put little PayPal links so that I could sell Herbalife stuff. And I put it on the disc, and I was like, cool, I could sell Herbalife on my disc. And other people were like, hey, I want to do that too. And because PayPal, and this is a secret, by the way, write this down. And because PayPal is based off the email address, and it's still based off the email address, I could literally use a program, click a button, and my PayPal disc is now your PayPal disc. You sell it, it goes to your account. And I thought that was pretty cool. And I told people, I was like, hey, I'll charge you, it's $500 for your own Herbalife disc. And they were like, here you go, buddy. That was the first taste of software that I had. I was like, wow, really? I made this little disc. It took me maybe 2 weeks to make because I was slow at doing it back then. Didn't know any coding. I actually used Front Page Express. And I didn't know much about it. And I built the CD. And I remember one Herbalife distributor was like, dude, I think my people would really like this. And in May of 2002, I was sitting there in the house thinking about how we were going to move because we had another kid on the way. And I was like, how are we going to move? How are we going to have kids? I don't want to live with roommates and stuff like that anymore. And so this guy had me on a teleseminar. And in May of 2002, I remember one night he had all his guys on a teleseminar, and I told him all about the Herbalife disc. And we made $7,000 in 1 hour, which was really cool. Right. So I was doing my SEO stuff. I had never made like more than $3,000 a month with it. And boom, here I am making 7 grand in 1 hour off of a little software tool. So that's kind of my journey getting up to it. It was a struggle. It was tough. I didn't believe that anyone would help me. I didn't believe that the little guy could get ahead. I was like, okay, I know there's a way to make money, but it seems like everyone who's going to make money is already making money. And it takes a lot of money. And I didn't have a lot. And I couldn't like risk $100 on something because like, that was like baby food and diapers, which was crazy. But then I was like, hey, 7,000 in 1 hour off one little disc. That's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and dive into Kim's story here. She's going to tell you her story up to the point where she learned the software thing. And we want you guys to kind of pay attention here, because if you can follow along with what we learned, I think this training is going to take you on that journey and give you that aha moment that we had.
Mm. Hey guys, my name is Kim. I want to ask you guys, who can relate to what Marcus just said, that, he didn't think it would work. He didn't think that the opportunity was there. And he didn't think he would be able to actually make money just taking the risk. So just let me know in the comments if you guys can relate to that feeling that, oh yeah, there's other people doing that, but that's just not me right now. That's just not where I'm at right now. So let me know. Type relate if you can relate.
There's a lot of people relating. Yeah, I think a lot of people feel the struggle of, 1, where do I get started? 2, why can't someone show me how to get started in an easy way? And 3, why is it so difficult? Like, isn't it supposed to be simple,
Yeah. Hey guys, so my name is Kim Dang. I started my e-commerce journey back in 2013. And the reason why I got into trying to figure out how to make money online is because I got a job, and it hit me really hard from, not having a job to suddenly having to show up every single day at a specific time. And that dictates whether or not you're going to keep your house, whether or not you're going to keep your car. And it hit me so hard. I was like, oh my God, I have to figure out another way, because what if I can't show up? So what I did was I just Googled like how to make money online. And that led me to a 5-page PDF that says how to make money online with drop shipping. And that's how I got into it. I read the 5-page PDF, and it simply said, go and call warehouses and ask them, hey, do you have stuff I can drop ship? And they'll say yes or no, and they'll give you a discount. So I did that. I just called the surrounding warehouses, got the contracts, just start posting stuff online. I didn't even know what the heck I was selling. I just did it. And then I started seeing like $1 come in, $2 come in. And from that, what ended up happening was, okay, now I got this, but then I had to deal with the headache of keeping up with inventory, of like doing all the returns. All the returns came back, and a lot of the stuff I was selling was from China too. So there were a lot of returns. Let me tell you, a lot of returns. So through that journey, I'm like, okay, now I can make money online. What else can I do? So I actually, even though, I'm a female, I went into this really male-dominated industry where I started my own legal chop shop. And what I did was, it's basically a dismantling company. I saved up a lot of money, and then I moved myself to the desert. I got a warehouse. I got employees. And that's what I did to get started. Now, the reason why I want to talk to you about this cool, what we're talking about, this opportunity today, is because of this feeling of regret. I started that business, and it's still running today. But what ended up happening was, all of a sudden, 6-7 months ago, my landlord started raising everyone's rent, like triple or like quadruple the rent of the warehouse area. And that was when I realized, wow, even if I have an entire business and it's operating and it's making profit, it's still dependent upon me and a location and staff, and if that area is all of a sudden like they evict us for whatever reason based on, you know, it's their land, then I don't have any control over that. So what happened was, then I'm like, okay, I need to find another way to as well, because I'm already doing well with this, but what if they kick me out? And that's when I started interviewing and talking to people who are already making money online without any location independent. I started talking to Marcus. I got him in a live. I saw what he was doing, and I was like, wow, this is brilliant. The fact that you can have these simple, tiny software, simple tools, and make monthly reoccurring from it, I'm in. So, so I started doing all the research, deep diving, and back to my story of regret. So I want to tell you guys this story. 3 years ago, actually, I had not 3 years ago, longer than that. Back in 2008, I was on a date, and it was with this guy. He's still my friend till today. He's married and everything, but I went on a date, and I can still very clearly remember the first time he told me about this world, that there is people out there you can hire for a couple $100 and they'll make you software, and you can sell the software and earn money from it. And he's like, you know, there's this magical place, Kim. It's called Odesk. And I remember walking, and I remember the pavement we were right near the water, and I remember the sound of the ocean and everything. I so clearly, the way the light was shining down. I just remembered being skeptical and going, really? And he's like, yeah, it's really cool. You should try it. You should go and hire today. It'll change your life. And I said, okay. But then, like everyone, I just go home and I don't do anything. I just didn't do anything. And then so today, I mean, in December 28, 2018, his company went public on NASDAQ. And that's the screenshot to show you. It's real. That's the actual company. I kind of hid his name. But if you Google him, if you Google it enough, you'll know who he is. But yeah, his company went public on NASDAQ. So imagine if I wasn't skeptical, if I actually took the opportunity to go online, to do that hire, to get that product. You know, just imagine, I would have a public company with him today, maybe. But the point is not like, you know, the point isn't like, oh, I should have done that back then. The point is the fact that I just did it. Just 6 months ago, I started, and now this is where I am today is the point. It doesn't matter if you didn't get started back then. It really matters if you get started now, because this is an amazing opportunity. It's still here today. The fact that you can go and make simple, tiny software that you don't even know how to code, and you can make monthly recurring income to the point where you can completely even replace your current income. I don't know, you guys don't know me, but I actively teach a class I teach people to do this. And one of my students, within a couple of months of entering my class, he's already launched 3 Chrome extensions, and they're all profitable from day one, and he made over $55,000. Granted, that's not typical results. He did have an audience already, but then even if you don't have an audience, another student of mine, he made his extension for $30, and he made $15,000 from it without PayPal, without Stripe, without just bank account connected to a Chrome, connected to a marketplace. Super simple. So yeah, I felt frustrated back then. I felt like none of it would work. I felt like no one would listen to me or buy my stuff. Those are the feelings that stopped me back then from doing and moving forward. And I want you guys to know that those fears that are holding you back, it's gonna be, I wish I got over that. I wish that wasn't the case back then, because if I just was like, oh, screw it, I'm just gonna go for it, like I did, like I did 6 months ago, it would be so great for me. However, it's still good. Things are still good right now. I just don't want you guys to miss that opportunity. And Marcus is a great teacher. I have people messaging me just the other day going, "Hey, I'm so excited for the webinar you're doing with Marcus. I actually have been learning from Marcus for a while, and he's a great teacher." Like, it's so awesome for me to work with Marcus, because I know you guys are going to be in good hands.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. And it's cool because like when you look at the business that you started, I mean, it had a lot of risk, like getting cars and doing all that stuff. I don't know how to take apart car. I don't know anything about cars. Like when my car breaks, I leave it and go get a new one. I'm like one of the guys who's like, transmission's dead, time to get a new car. But you know, it takes a lot of money to do a lot of businesses. And when we hear about it, you hear people talking, you know, drop shipping, and everyone's got their Lamborghini, and I do drop shipping. And, you know, 9 times out of 10, they like are young kids. And it's like, yeah, I could go get a Lamborghini, but I like taking care of kids and having them go to private school. Maybe later in life I'll get one, although I probably wouldn't even know how to drive it. But when we look at this, it's like, this doesn't take a lot. Like when Kim started her business, it took a lot. When I started my business, there was a lot of things I had to do. There wasn't someone like me teaching you. There wasn't someone like Kim who's like, hey, look, here's the roadmap. This is what it does. And when I started, you know, I was up there in 2002. I had moved to Oregon. We rented this apartment here in 2003, 2004. And I think we moved it up there August of 2002. And I kept doing my SEO business, and I started getting into affiliate marketing. And I loved affiliate marketing because I'm like, okay, now I could just get search engine rankings, drive people to traffic, and make automated money, which was really cool. And you guys could see this is a screenshot from 1 year, just affiliate offers. Like that's just affiliate stuff, just one network. I actually run usually between 3 to 5 networks at a time. So, I mean, you do the math. I was also making 100,000 plus off of students that I taught, not because they were paying me, but because they were friends of mine and I taught them, and I got a kickback on what they earned. And my kickback was like 2%. So imagine what they earned. And so I was doing this stuff, and it was really cool. And I came across these little download smiley faces and toolbars and things like that. And I'm like, well, wouldn't it be cool to like promote that stuff and just get paid when people download? And I started doing that and started making.
Hold on, I want to address, because a lot of people are saying that we're bots. Mm-hmm. Hey, Jack, hey, no, we're not bots. And I also want to answer your question. Let's see. Someone said, hey, you're scared that the developer will just take your idea and run with it. In all the years I've hired virtual assistants and developers, they have never done that. The reason why is because they don't want to do marketing. They're there so that they can earn money for their family, so that they can have a steady paycheck, so that they can have income and build a long-term relationship with you. They're not there to take your idea and run. There are so many other softwares out there that are exactly what you're using, but it's not being sold because the person who make them don't even do anything with it. Even the person who hire the developer to make it, it just stays dead. The reason between you and sales is, you know, go ahead.
The funny thing too is like, it's all about the marketing. Like I could have the same exact software as Kim. If I don't market it right, mine's just going to sit there. Like how many people have a social network platform on their website? Like everyone. I had one at one point, but Facebook makes a ton of money. Why? Because of the marketing. I actually had that fear too. And it went away when I started working with programmers. And I have one that's full-time here. You guys know about my plugins and stuff. I get those plugins all the time, right? And he's been with me since 2009, I believe it was, or 2010, somewhere around there. Just a good guy, works really hard. And because they're in different countries, it's cheap.
How is my sound, you guys?
It's kind of going up and down.
It is?
Yeah, a little bit.
How is it right now? Is it okay?
Right now it's good.
Okay, I'll keep it like this.
Okay, cool. And Paul says, you know, finding a developer that he can afford is challenging. I think everyone here, if they believe this would work, could afford $800 a month for a developer, which I do, which is cool because you don't have to. Like I have a guy who's full-time. It's $800 a month. And I have him because he knows my work. He knows what I do. Kim does, like she goes on a site and she spends like $50 and the guy makes the software, and her guy's actually faster than my guy. right? We had a little competition to make like an Instagram tool, and she made it in 15 hours. My guy took a week. She paid $30. I paid 200. I mean, so there you go. And hers is actually better than mine. So I'm like, whatever. Kim, what the heck, man? You're making me look bad, you know? But it was cool because there I was promoting these downloads, and I made a lot of people a lot of money. Like the download companies would take me out to dinner. They'd have all kinds of things because I was one of their top affiliates. And they're like, dude, this dude makes us a lot of money. And I never really thought big. Like I thought up there with the Herbalife disc, I was like, this is kind of cool, whatever. But I'm going to keep doing my thing. And I kept doing my thing and kept doing my thing. And I never really paid attention to the fact that the company I was promoting was making a fortune, like 500, like millions of dollars, 500 million a year or something crazy. And it wasn't all from me. There was other affiliates, but I was like, dude, what the heck? Like, seriously, they made this little thing and it works, right? Very, 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 very cool. Now, Jack says the tools need to sell. I'll bet you get a lot of no-goes. Actually, all of my tools sell really well. And the reason it does is because you do the research first. Like what I teach you about niche marketing, don't put that out of your head. Use that, right? Look at people. They'll go on there. They'll search for stuff like WordPress plugin for galleries. Like there's people who make photography websites. You could make a plugin and you could either give it away and get a big ass list of photographers and sell them stuff, or you could sell it for $100 each, or you could even install it for them for $300. And once you have it built, you literally click a button and install it. So really, really cool. And we're going to talk to you about that in a minute. So there I was, 2004 to 2009. I moved back to California. Got my first house at the age 23. They were laughing at me being like, dude, where's your dad? Is he going to buy is he going to co-sign? Is he going to put the down? And I'm like, no, here's the money. Let's get the house. And it was funny. It was a little humiliating because I looked young at the time, but at any rate, it worked. I was still making money, still doing pretty good with affiliate marketing. 2009, I moved into my bigger house in California, which is actually cheaper than this one. Thank you, recession. And I love this house. It was really good. Actually had my drinking issue in this house, which is why we sold that one. But then we went on. I was still doing like the lottery site that made money. And we're going to show you guys two sides of the coin where you could promote little downloads like I did. And I made nice 7-figure checks off of those. And we're going to show you how to build your own, which I've made really nice 7-figure checks on as well. Okay, so we're going to show you that. That brings us up to 2014. You guys can see the screenshots. You can see when I promoted the little downloads, I was only getting like $2.58 a download. Like it wasn't huge. It was little, right? Like $2.84, $1.39. We're not talking big stuff, but look at how much it adds up. Now, I got to tell you, on this one, I got 123,000 downloads in 1 year. That's a lot of freaking downloads. If I had them download something like a tool that I owned, I would still have 123,000 people using the tool, or at least a good portion of them. Imagine that. Like there's like, 400,000 people right here in this screenshot that I got downloads. Imagine if I still had them working. Now that company probably still has them working. I don't. Okay. Now I'm not complaining. I got good money from it, but I want you guys to see the big picture. I want you to start thinking bigger, think differently, because even if you had a little tool that made $30 a day, that's $1,000 a month. If you had a little tool that made $500 a day, right? That's like what? I don't know. My math brain's not working. 175 grand a year or something like that. And it's not weird for these things to happen. Sometimes I wake up from a tool that I created years ago and I'm like, dude, I made $5,000 last night. I was sleeping. I wake up. I'm like, I haven't even checked the tool. Right. And the money comes in like clockwork, which is really, really cool. All right. So we're going to get into that and show you how that works. And I want to talk about Kim's experience with the software as well. So here's a software that she had. I'll let her go into that.
Hey guys, let me know if the sound is okay. I'm going to keep my voice to the mic and not jump back and forth like this. Anyways, so it's so exciting for me to share this with you guys because you might have known about Marcus and how he's been making money with little downloads, but it's not until you do it yourself that you believe it, right? So I'm telling you a story that I did myself, and that makes me a believer. And that's why I'm out there partnering up with Marcus, because I strongly believe in the power of these tiny tools. One of my little softwares that I launched to less than 100 people back in November which was not even like 6 months now. It makes as much as one of my import businesses. So along with e-commerce, most of it is e-commerce, and auto dismantling, I also import from China and Taiwan. Okay, I do a lot of stuff, but I realized that, oh my gosh, after I launched this little tiny download and people are paying monthly reoccurring revenue to me for it, I immediately started selling within a week of launching it, within a week and a half. And I was making $1,500 monthly reoccurring. That means I'm not chasing after the next dollar the next month. As long as I don't break the software, as long as, it is what it just continues, then I'm being paid the exact same amount every single month. And that blew my mind. I've added more features to it just because I'm like, wow, let's see what else I can do with this to make my people happy. But bare bones itself, it started making me that amount. So I imagine, okay, well, if this little tiny software is making this much monthly reoccurring and it's the effort of a few weeks of work, what if I put in a year's worth of work? What if I put in 2 years worth of work? What would my income be? And different than my import business, which requires constant tracking of inventory, constant rebuying of inventory. If someone buys a unit, that means that the cost for it is warehouse costs, it's staff costs, it's shipping costs, it's labor costs, all of that. All of those costs are non-existent. What happens when someone buys a copy of GroupConvert or a copy of one of my other extensions? It's immediate delivery. There is no warehouse cost. There is no electricity cost. It's immediate delivery. And just so you guys know, for the over 600 users that uses GroupConvert, my bill last month was $8. That's the overhead cost. $8 of server space. And so the techniques that Marcus and I are going to show you is that this is real. This is actually real. And I'm talking to you as a person who did it just recently. Marcus has been doing for years. And maybe you feel like kind of disconnected because he's like made millions from it. But I am more here. I am more present. And I can tell you I haven't made millions. But I'm going forward, and it's giving me an opportunity to, if my landlord decides to quadruple my warehouse rent for the warehouse space, my staff is going to be safe. The reason why I'm also doing this is because I had my staff for so many years. I don't want to lead them to, I don't want them to follow me for this long and then all of a sudden be out of a job. I really want to be able to provide for them and to continue taking them along this journey with me. So anyways, this is just some of the numbers that I've made. I haven't made millions. And so I'm more like connected with you guys, hopefully.
Yeah, and I think it's cool because, you guys are going to see a lot of income claims here, and that's because this works. Now, I will say, the results are not typical, implied, or guaranteed, although when Kim taught this on her own, her people got results. The number of results she got was crazy. And this is something I think people can get results with if they really do it. And, when she says like $8 a month for hosting it, that's really what it is. It's not that big of a expense out there. Most people can start this with $300-400 or something, just to have a little buffer in case, like, okay, well, that programmer, I need to have this other guy do this or whatever it is. And we're going to help you understand how that works. We're going to help you deal with that so that you understand what's going on. But look at these numbers. 72 grand, 73. I'm going to call it 73. I'm going to round up 98 cents. So, but $73,000 for 3 months from one plugin or a couple of plugins, I think it was.
That's not just from one. Yeah, one makes around 6,000 monthly reoccurring. But yeah, I want to be real with you guys. That's not from like one. Okay.
And that's cool because it's like I mean, you invested a couple $100, you made this thing and it works. And this is the kind of thing where you could just get ideas and you could work all day. And we're going to show you how to get ideas. And we're actually going to give you ideas. So if you're like, Marcus, I don't have any ideas. I don't know what software is. What is this webinar, right? We're going to show you how this works so that you get it and you can see real world. Like Kim's using this. I've been using this. Lots of people are using it. And guess what? Every guru out there usually is trying to sell some kind of software. You look at people like Russell Brunson, who did the ClickFunnels, right? He was doing okay. Then when he did ClickFunnels, he did really okay, right? And what is it? It's a software. It's a tool. Now, do you need to make something that big? No. You can actually make a little tool that helps people calculate their monthly expenses. And you could either give it away and run little ads for like credit cards and stuff like that, or you could charge people for it, like $5 a month or $7 a month or whatever it is, right? And the key here is making these work. And literally you could buy these already made. You can go out there and have people make it. And we want to show you how this works, which is really cool, and show you how you can get involved in it. Because I think if you understand it, I think if you get it, like Kim went to a programmer on Odesk. I think you use Odesk, right?
Back then it was Odesk, but now it's called Upwork. And
Upwork, okay.
And I want to ask you guys, does this make sense so far that that software, the scalability is limitless versus like going out there and trying like, you know, e-commerce and all these other, so many courses are out there that's teaching you all these things, but then you have to get a location. You have to figure out, you have to constantly buy inventory. You have to track everything. It's so much. I do it. I'm actively doing both and all of it. I do import, I have physical location, I have staff, I have everything. And this opportunity is by far the easiest to start with. One Chrome extension cost me $380 and has made me over, I would say, 20,000 just alone. So in the span of like 5-6 months. So it's like, does this make sense to you guys? Let me know in the comments if this makes sense.
Yeah. And does the regret stories that we talk about, like, okay, I made this little disc and had I kept with that business, like my whole family would be retired right now. And that's why I'm going so big on it now. I started really going big on it in 2010. And I mean, my income really changed, which was cool. And we look at that and it's like, okay, well, is this something that you can see yourself doing? Could you, if you knew there was an idea and you knew how to do it and we showed you everything, would you invest $50 or $300 or whatever to get a tool made? Like, would you do that? How many of you guys would do that? All right, type $300 or something if you do it. Mary says, it's going fast because we're getting a lot of people saying they do it.
Mary's question. Mary says, I see the potential, but have no idea what or how to do any of this.
Good. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. Because we're going to show you how to do it, because it's not that hard to do. And we want you guys to do good. We want you to get the stuff. And I think you had a little saying here, if you want to read your little thing there.
Oh, yeah, guys. So is it okay if we spend the next 10 minutes with you going over a very special offer to help you use Chrome extensions and or create monthly recurring income? Let me know.
Type 10 minutes if you think it's good for us to share this opportunity with you. If you're like, hey, this is cool. I want to get in on this. I want to make it work. And also, while you guys are saying that, how many of you guys have seen these ads for Wikibuy or the Honey app? Right? The Honey app, I think I just did a report on it, and I don't know if it's exact, but I think they're making like $100 million a year off a little app that saves people money on Amazon stuff, which is crazy. And it's all tied into affiliate marketing, which is really, 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 really cool. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that. And like everyone says, they use the Honey app. They know what the Honey app is. This is an example. These are things you're using right now. Like I guarantee you're using it right now. Wikibuy app, same kind of thing being used right now. Here's some screenshots from an internet download manager. A guy made a little tool that helps manage your downloads. So you can put them in little folders or whatever, right? And we go there and we're like, okay, cool. This dude got almost 60 million downloads. Imagine if 60 million people used anything you put online, right? You'd make money. Unless it was a cat video, then you'd only make a couple $1,000. But even cat videos work. And, you know, hey, we're going to show you about a cowboy app too, which is cool, right? So here's the deal. How many of you guys, you look at this and you're like, Yes, I agree. People download stuff, right? Jack says he doesn't download. Well, Jack, you're wrong. You had to download something to get on this webinar. Sorry.
A free PDF download, right?
True, right? So you got to look at that. You download stuff all the time. Everything on your computer is a download, right? Look at this. Antivirus. This is downloads for 1 week. 1.1 million downloads in a week. You got a YouTube, some kind of video downloader thing, 234,000 downloads in 1 week. System Care, download app, video downloader, Hot Shield, all kinds of things people are looking at downloading every week. Crazy, right? So we got to look at that and we got to focus. Jack says it's on his phone already. Well, you had to download it to get it there, right? I mean, it doesn't just pop up on your phone. So you got to look at that. Here's a download just to show you how crazy this is. This guy made a Cowboy Bebop desktop theme, whatever the hell that is, right? It's like some cowboy thing. So I put a little cowboy with wiggly feet and wiggly legs, and he got 164,000 downloads. Someone says it's anime. Okay, I'll take your word for it.
It is anime.
Okay, I didn't even know. I was like, what the hell? People are weird, man. Cowboy download. Maybe I'll make one about, like, I don't know, a horse or something. Something, right? But that's the deal, right? I want you guys to get this, because when I had my SEO business and I made my Herbalife catalog disc and the tools that I used, I looked at a lot of people that were in the industry that I knew that were up and coming, and they built software. And I was scared. I was like, okay, I don't know how to build software. I don't know coding. I don't know this stuff. How am I going to do it? But I was still making a lot of money off these little tools that other people were building. And I was doing my thing and I was living good. But it wasn't until I got into building my own stuff. Now, how many of you guys right now use the Affiliate Marketing Dude 3.0 toolbar on your Chrome, right? How many of you guys like that?
Type yes. Yeah.
Type yes if you use it. All right, cool. You guys love it. My programmer made that in about 4 hours. 4 hours. Like literally 4 hours. That was, it's $4.80 an hour, I think, is what they're paid over there, which is good. Like that's like 70 grand a year here. So it cost me $20 to have that made. And I have 6,000 people using it over and over. I got lots of people that are using lots of stuff that are working it, and it makes me a lot of money because you guys are constantly using it to go back to my stuff. I don't just make it because I like you guys to have tools and stuff. I do like that, but I also want you to get obsessed with my content so you keep buying things over and over. And that's what the idea is. Same thing with the Honey app. They want you to use their Amazon link every time you think about buying anything. Very important.
Who is here that are searching for the Easter egg hunt that I created so that you can get your own white label app? So let me know if you're here from my audience searching for that Easter egg hunt.
Type Easter Bunny if you're looking for it, and it's going to pop up. Like it's going to be here. I don't know when. I put it in the slides. Might be at the end, might be at the beginning, might be in 2 minutes. I have no idea. But you're going to see a picture of an Easter Bunny, and it's going to have a link, and you're going to write the link down because it's not ready yet. So you're going to write the link down, and you're going to check it in a couple of days, and there's going to be some really, really, really cool stuff for you. Okay. So awesome stuff. And this is a Chrome toolbar that the little Easter egg that Kim made for us will make you one of these. And guess what? You can take that and you could make it for other people and charge for it. So even if you're like, Marcus, I don't want to do a damn thing. I just watch this because you're entertaining and whatever, right? You can actually go and you could sell these to other people, which is awesome. All right. So here we go. Here's an example of my lottery website. Recipe toolbar download, you get paid $1.60 on that. Lottery one, you guys saw I made $1,366. First day this bad boy was online, I was getting paid $2.80 per download, which is cool. And we're going to show you guys how to do it. If the slides are small, I think I can make them a little bigger.
Yeah.
There we go.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, cool.
That's great.
So the lotto one's cool. You guys can see that. And we're going to show you how to get paid to give them away. We're going to show you how to get paid to make them, which is cool, right? So that's the example there. Then after I started making all this money with other stuff, I was like, okay, I need to learn WordPress because everyone was like, you need to learn WordPress. That's the wave of the future, Marcus. You got to do WordPress. And it took me forever because I was like, I don't like WordPress. I like HTML. I like my little Front Page Express tool. Don't take it from me. Then finally I got into WordPress and I was like, I get it. And I noticed that WordPress sites got ranked on Google like instantly. And I was like, okay, I like this, but WordPress doesn't do what my sites did. So I started making plugins. After I made plugins, people were like, I want that plugin. And I was like, okay, I don't know, you want it for like $100? And they're like, yeah. And I sold a whole ton of them, which is crazy. I made membership sites where I sold the plugins. And a lot of these, I'll tell you, most of the plugins are made in less than a week. And you guys know my programmer is a little slower than Kim's guy on this. Probably because he's like, I just want to bill him for 40 hours and take 10. But Kim's a little smarter with that. So she gets people and like keeps track of them and everything. I'm probably just too nice. But they build these. And here's the deal. Most of these cost less than what it costs to sell them the first time. So like one sale and I'm break even, which is crazy, right? We made the little plugins here. And how many of you guys have my plugins? And they're like, dude, these are freaking awesome, right? How many of you guys use my plugins? Type plugins in the box. All right, awesome plugins. If you guys use them, you know how it works. You know how they work. I make a lot of money off those plugins. A lot of you guys don't even see how I make money because it's on the back end, which is really cool, right? We had little plugins like the pop-up one, a little lead plugin, this plugin that helps you get more opt-ins, CTR plugins, lots of them. Now here is an example of the course that I sell, and it's just plugins. I charge people monthly, and it's just for the plugins. And you guys could see the amount of money just added up just this year, just from that one thing. Look at that. I wake up every day, sometimes a couple $1,000s a day. People using plugins that were created. I think most of them were created like 2 years ago.
So I want to also add, hey, this is not only you creating your own tools, but it's you creating. What happened to me is I created an ecosystem where I have the systems to teach it as well. So you not only can you take this as an opportunity of making your own tools, but also having the tool to say, hey, I can go ahead and teach this to someone. And the system itself is as valuable as my own product. Yep. So kind of want to add that.
Well, and that's what sets you apart. Like a lot of you guys aren't getting started because of the fact that you don't have something to offer. Like if I came to you and I was like, look, here is a DVD set on how to work out. You'd go sell it. You'd be like, okay, well, I'm going to go find people who want to work out and I'll sell them the DVD. And because I own it, I can charge what I want and everything's profit. Now we're taking that equation and taking that out of the equation and giving you the idea, right? Here you go. Here's your thing, right? And I've done this before with our plugin partner program that I haven't offered for 6 years. I did it in 2013. And I was like, who wants to get in on the software thing that I'm doing? This is when I was new with it. And I told them, I'm like, it's $15,000 to get started. Everyone signed up. Like I got 7 people on the webinar. Obviously some people didn't because they didn't have 15 grand. But everyone did. And everyone was like, this is worth its weight in gold. And it works if you do it because they had something. And I was like, here's your plugin, go sell it. And they got affiliates and they started selling it, started making money and started doing it. And a lot of them still have businesses to this day. Some of them sold them or whatever. Some of them didn't do anything, but that's on their issue. But right, the idea was, here's the thing. And if you have it, how many of you guys, if you had something, you'd sell it? And the cool thing is what we have for you today isn't 15 grand. So don't worry. It should be, but it isn't because we want everyone to have the opportunity to do it. So here's your options. Number 1, you could sell downloads and profit big. Okay. Number 2, you could give little downloads away and build a list. So either way, like you either give them away or you sell them, you can go out there and you can make a living. Like you guys have seen, I've done it. You guys have seen Kim started 6-7 months ago. She's got checks like
barely 6 months ago. Yeah.
And you're making like what it would cost to start a Subway or like what a Subway guy would make, right? A Subway, if you go look at a Subway restaurant, it's about 400 grand to start one. Sometimes you can get them a little cheaper. Sometimes they're more depending on the location. Now I talk to everyone at every place I go and I'm like, dude, what it costs you to start this? He's like 400 grand. What do you make? Well, man, I got to work 20 hours a day. I'm working my ass off and I make 75 grand a year. If I get a manager, I make 12 grand a year. I'm like, really? You pay 450 grand for what? Are you kidding me? That's not the way I do business. Like Kim's out here. She's like, yeah, I make what the Subway guy makes. Really? What kind of investment did you, $300? What? Right? It's like, seriously? I mean, what are you talking about? And that's what can happen if you do it right. Now, again, results not typical, implied, or guaranteed, but we can show you how this works. We can show you what happens. And either way you slice it, you win. How many of you guys right now, you feel better? You're like, I see this. This is a winner. I'm not gonna be like Marcus and be like, oh, whatever, Herbalife disc, yeah, that's cute. Or I'm not gonna be like Kim and be like, yeah, really, he's a nice guy, but I'm not gonna listen to him about the software stuff. Right? I'm not gonna listen. But
Yeah, don't make the same regret. Don't make the same mistakes I did. This is the moment. This is that time when you're like, someone is telling me something that's real, that's tangible. Doesn't take much to get started. You don't need to know any coding. You don't need to have an audience. You don't need. A lot of people say that, like, you can make money with no audience, with no knowledge, with nothing. This is actually true.
Well, didn't you promote Group Convert in Facebook groups?
Yeah.
Like you were just like, hey, you got a Facebook group? I think they'd like this.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like, and it was like, what the hell? And she just came out of nowhere. And I'm like, Kim, why is Kim, like every day I turn on my computer, Kim's on there. And every time I'm on a webinar, she's like, Marcus Campbell. And I'm like, what the hell is she talking about me for? I don't even know her. And then she's like, no, here we go. And I was like, okay, she's not like trying to stalk me or something. She's cool. And so it was really cool, right? It's like, hey, here's this thing that works. And she's out there doing it and she got results. Like most people are trying to learn this and it takes them 3 years to get results. She got, like, when did you make your first dollar off of your first tool?
My first dollar came right when I sent I had a little tiny mini chat bot list, and it was like less than 100 people. Mm-hmm. I just sent it out, and then I made $1 with that same day, and I think it was like $10. Mm-hmm. So no, it was $7. But what ended up happening was I was just at my computer. I sent it out. I'm like, well, we'll see how it goes. And then there was a ping on Stripe for me, and I saw that. And I didn't make any money on Stripe before November 2018. And I was like, oh my God, it's real. It's real. Like, it was $7, but it was so exciting to me. I'm like, oh my, I don't need to hire a warehouse. I don't need to rent out a place. I don't need to do anything. This is $7 that came from Pixels. Like, it's, to me, it was insane.
It is. And it's crazy because we look at it and it's like, this stuff works. It's real world stuff that real people use. And like Jack says, you just need to be an expert marketer. Do I look like an expert marketer? I hang out in my backyard office and I smoke cigars and, I'm kind of hit or miss. But you don't have to be. All you need is a good product. Like, if you have a good tool, people will beat your door down to get it. And we're going to show you how to go look at it and say, hey, look, there's the tool people want. You could go on Google AdWords tool right now and you can type in WordPress plugins and it'll give you a list of plugins people are searching for. You go make them and you sell them to the people looking, and you're like, you don't even have to be a good salesman, right? It's like the old idea. You could go into Eskimo and try to sell them ice water, but they probably won't want it because it's cold there. But if you sell them hot cocoa, they might want that. You got to go to the people who want what you have to offer. If you have a thirsty crowd that's already looking for it, that already wants it, you build what they want. And all you have to do is say, do you want my plugin? It does fill in the blank with what they search for. Click here to buy. Done deal. Look at it. How much software have you bought that they didn't even have to sell? Like, I buy Aweber all the time. I use that for my membership site. It's like $300 or $200 or whatever. And they're not good salesmen. Like, it's just like, here's our Aweber thing. It does this, this, and this. And they're programmers and they don't even know how to sell it. And they sell a ton of it. Really cool. So if you guys want to see how easy this is, we're going to show you. Here's an old software that I made back in 2011 that people, actually 2010, that people still use today, which is really cool. We're going to show you how to make these. Very easy. You can make these. If you don't want to hire a programmer, you can make these. I'll show you how to make info products into software. And guess what? When you take an ebook that costs $7 and you turn it into software, you could charge like $500 for it.
Oh, yeah. And John has a good question. He's saying, you're talking about SaaS, which is software as a service software. He says he has a desktop software app for Windows. Can he convert it to software as a service? Yeah, you can. You can convert what you have. You're one step ahead, actually, John. You can take what you have that's local on a desktop and put it into the cloud, put it online so other people can use it and charge monthly for it.
Exactly.
So it's awesome.
And when I had this little trigger word secret software, I went out and I was like, okay, I think people would probably buy this. And I wasn't after the sale. I didn't want the $7. Like, I didn't care. but I wanted a list of people who wanted my trigger word software. That's what I wanted. So you can use these to make a list, which, by the way, we're going to show you all of this so that you get the idea. And you're like, and what you want to do is take your market and let your market decide where you go. She went for Group Convert, and with Group Convert, it's a Facebook thing. Okay, her list should be on Facebook, right? Like, she shouldn't be over on a forum or something. She should
I
be
want to answer John's question. He said, how do you sell your software? This is what we teach, because you can monetize whether or not you're selling it or giving it away. And there are so many ways to sell. You could go and you could sell to your Facebook group audience if you have one already. If you have no audience, no Stripe, no PayPal, you can put it directly on a marketplace where people are constantly searching for it. And we show you where to put your app, your plugin, whatever you have on all these marketplaces that are available for you, where there's constant foot traffic. So yeah, you don't even need to have an audience. You don't need it to market. Robert McCorkle, he's in my class. His extension is cost him $30, and he did no marketing for it. Every single month, he pulls in at least 700, from anywhere from 600 to 700. High end is 1,000 a month with no advertising, no nothing, not touching it at all. And we actually flipped his extension. He sold it for $7,000 within 30 minutes to someone else who's like, hey, I want to buy out your extension. And he bought it out.
And he charged too little. He probably could have gotten 30 for it.
Well, it's not his baby. He just wanted like quick cash.
There you go. But yeah, like when I got into software, it was really cool. I started selling them, and I started doing things like this, and I was like, okay, cool. Let's see how many sales we can get. And I promoted on little forums and things like that. I have another one. You guys have seen JVZoo. Like most of the people making millions on JVZoo, this is what they're doing. They make a little app. They make a little software. Simon says, apps and apps cost more. They cost a little more. Like I think yours was $300, and yours is probably more considered a web app than a Chrome extension, because the Chrome extension leads to a web app. But still, $300, that's like nothing, which is great.
Who can imagine like doing something that costs you $30 to make you a few thousand, right? So let's say it costs you $300 and it'll make you way more than just a few thousands. Would that still be reasonable for you guys? Would that still make sense for you guys? Let me know.
And you get the list and the recurring and everything. How many of you guys are like, dude, yeah, this is really cool? Jack says, so you only make profits selling tools to us. No, I have lots of tools and lots of niches. Kim has lots of tools like recipes. I don't think you got my recipe tool. Did you? I don't know. I doubt it. He didn't download anything, so maybe he didn't. So yeah, we look at that. Look at the money made from this kind of stuff, right? Really, really cool. And also, hey, if you can't beat them, join them. If you're out there and you're like, every guru is trying to make a software and sell it to me, go make a software and sell it to people. They're doing it because it works, right? Do it. There you go. And there's tools from everything. Like the guys who made TubeBuddy make a fortune. Very, very simple. And you make it work. Look at these daily paydays just right after I started selling my software. 1,600, 2,000, 2,900, 31 or 3,500. Good paydays from little software, which is really cool. And very, very easy. 58 grand in like a month from software. It might have been 2 months, something like that. I don't know. But lots of money from little software, which is cool. You could use downloads and software tools as lead getters and traffic magnets, which is cool. You guys could see this is the #1 downloaded thing. I think we were at like 1,400 downloads a month on this one, which isn't a lot. Everyone on this call can do that. Everyone. But I was making a lot of money with it, which is really cool. Now, we're going to give you the best of both worlds. We're going to show you how to get traffic and send it direct to download offers and via video. So we're going to show you everything. Like if you guys want to, and you guys might notice that I'm selling a little harder than I normally do. And that's because this is something of all the things I've ever done that I believe will work for you. And I believe it can work in a way that's going to work for you. Now, my other stuff's great. It's awesome. You should have it. Teaches marketing. But I think this is going to give you a leg up on the competition and a leg up on what you've been doing so far, because you're going to have something tangible. And once you learn this skill, it's over. Like you look at Kim, and Kim, I got to tell you something about Kim. I just met her like less than a year ago. And I told her, hey, let's start doing webinars on this because I think my people would really like it. And I think we could really help a lot of people. And unbeknownst to me, she comes the next day, and I go on Facebook, and there's a million messages. And she's like, we're going to do webinars with this guy. You got 3 webinars this day and 5 webinars this day, because she believes in it and she knows it's going to work and she knows she can help get results, and I can too. And it's very cool.
And
You
also,
guys,
I want to add also, here's the thing. I barely got into this whole digital world like 6 months ago. And then I went to Funnel Hacking Live. While I was walking around Funnel Hacking Live, people were coming up to me saying, Kim, you don't know me, but I use your app. Kim, you don't know me, but I watch your lives. Kim, I have so many apps within the span of 6 months. I have like 5 released apps that people are coming up to me and saying that they are thanking me. I get thanked every single day. And my sphere of influence only exploded because people are coming into my world with my apps. And so the people, think about like the environment that you create for yourself when you have software, right? You're going to have users. One of my users is Jungle Scout. They're a multi-million-dollar company and they use my app. Like I directly talk to one of their staff. So it's like, these people coming into your world and your sphere of influence are going to be influencers themselves. The fact that you're going to sell your stuff, whether you sell or give it away, you're going to be a magnet to all these people who are like bosses, who are owners of software companies, partnering up with you, doing all these things, because you know what? You can quickly scale like crazy, give their audience a bunch of software they can use without increasing any kind of overhead costs. You can just quickly give them that power. If you have the ability to give influencers the power for their audience to love you, all of a sudden it's like a no-brainer for you to be part of their world.
And it's a life changer. Like, this is the kind of thing that's a life changer. Like, Kim's life has changed. My life has changed. Good old Billy Gates here. A lot of people don't know his story, but he actually didn't create DOS. A lot of people thought he was like Mr. Coder guy and he created DOS and he's just this crazy genius brain, which he is, but he didn't create DOS. He went to a group of people at a college, I think it was, and he found that they had created this DOS thing, and he went over to IBM and he's like, wait a minute, you sell this $2,000 paperweight called a computer that no one can do anything with? Okay. And you remember, like in the old days, we had to put a floppy disk in, and then like if you wanted capital letters, you had to flip the floppy over. Right? Do you remember that, Kim, or was that a little bit before?
Before me.
We had the green screen, and it was like, I want the Times Roman font, and you had to flip the disc over. You had font discs, right? And so he went there, and he's like, well, what if we had all those discs automatically on the computer already inside it? And he found the guys making DOS. He went to IBM and said, hey, you guys want to give me $500,000, and we'll put DOS on these computers free, right? And he went to the other guys and he's like, I'll give you $500,000 for DOS. So he bought DOS outright by getting money from IBM. He put DOS on every computer for free, right? For free. He's like, I'm not going to charge for it. Then when Windows came out, he's like, how many of you guys like DOS? You're going to love Windows. Boom, billionaire. Just overnight. Just like, boom, there you go. Are you going to be a billionaire overnight? Maybe, maybe not. Hopefully we have one that becomes one. So that'd be a killer testimony, right? It's like, hey, I made $1 billion with Marcus's stuff, but not yet. We will have one. So very cool, right? You look at it. And what did he do? He used not coding, not genius smarts. He used leverage. He used leverage. That's all he used. That's what we're doing. You are leveraging people who know how to program to get an idea of people who tell you the idea that they already want. Very simple. He was like, I think people would want a little more than a computer that they flip over floppy disk to make an A big. So there's the deal. And I want to talk to you about this because right now, even still in 2019, there's a huge gap in the marketplace online. This gap is one of the biggest money making opportunities I've ever seen. And it's easy to get involved with and profit big time. Very cool. This huge gap will, 1, give you leverage to sell lots of cool stuff and have others sell it for you. 2, build a list of highly motivated buyers that you can use to print money on demand. Obviously, we're talking print metaphorically. Teach you the big secret of how this business works. Once you get this, you're going to be in a group of elite marketers. And when I say elite, you're talking elite. Look at the people Kim's rubbing elbows with. It's like, there you go. I mean, these are big time big players.
Yeah,
Right?
some of
Even if
my
you're,
partners are CEO of multi-million dollar software companies. And I talk to people who have exited companies at multi-million dollar level because they have people who want to buy the apps my students have. So it's pretty insane.
well, and it's cool too, because even if you want to be behind the scenes, like if you don't want to do that, because I know for me, I'm like, I get freaked out when people recognize me as at conferences and stuff. I'm like, who do you know me? What's going on? Get away. I'm scared of you. So I don't like that, but I'm still making a really, really good living having little apps and tools and stuff like that. So if you're the stay-at-home mom and you're like, hey, I want to make, an extra couple $1,000 a month or whatever, you can do that with this if you focus and if you look at it. Basically, you're going to see what it takes to call the shots and make your business work for you and give you the lifestyle you want, right? In order to do that, you got to set something up that's going to give that to you, which is really cool. Now, there's certain people that I want and Kim wants, and we want to make sure this is right for you.
Yeah.
1, we want someone willing to take action and think big. 2, we want someone who believes this will work. Limited beliefs in this business will kill you. We want someone not afraid to work and even sell stuff. I said the S word, right? If you're not afraid to sell stuff, that's good. And you don't have to sell like on camera or webinar. You just need to type sell. Really easy. Okay. We need someone ready to make a change in their life right now. Like someone who's like, I want to do this. I want to take action. I want to stop dicking around, for lack of better word, and I want to make this work right now. And we want someone who doesn't complain, because failure is not an option. I'll make sure of that. Obviously, you have to do the stuff, and the results are based on what you do, but we're going to make sure you get everything you need. So let's talk about this 8-week coaching program where we're going to show you how this works. Okay,
Can I ask them one question?
Sure.
I want to take you guys back to a moment in your life where you saw a friend go for an opportunity and you didn't. And then now they're like, they own several homes or boats, or they have this huge audience and you did not do it. And so now you're trying to catch up. But was there any time in your life when someone's like, I'm going to go do this, you looked at them and you're like, well, good for them. But then later on, you're like, oh my gosh, so I should have gone with them. I should have done that. I should have taken that opportunity when they told me about it at that time. And now look at where they are and look at where I am. Do you guys have any moments like that in your life? I want you to go there, because that's where I was. That's where I was. And that's what compelled me to take this opportunity, this software opportunity, 6 months ago. And then now I'm like, this is awesome. I'm just going to continue with it. I want to teach people about it. I want to show you guys. So let me know.
Yeah. And the funny thing too is that, a lot of people will look at you. Like my family was like, what the hell are you doing? You're going to make money on the internet? What does that even mean, loser? Right. And they called me names and stuff. And then like years later, they're like, hey, buddy, my best friend, can I have a loan or some money free or a job? And I'm like, but wasn't I a loser like 5 years ago? What the hell? So some people won't believe in you, and that's not what it's about. It's about, do you believe in this? And I want everyone right now, nod your head, type it in the box and say, yes, I believe in this. No matter how I do it, I'm going to figure out a way to do it, whether it's with Marcus and Kim now, or whether, whatever happens, I know this will work. Like I see it work. I want you guys to type it in. Everyone type in, yes, I believe in this.
And someone had a question. They said, oh, will it take 8 weeks? No, it won't. You can go in and pick and choose where you are. Some of my students actually come in with already a product and they just want that next step, which one of my students, her name is Jen. She just wants to be able to learn one thing, which is have a pay wall between her and giving away the extension. So she's like, I'm getting into your program because of that one thing. So it doesn't matter where you are. We take you one step forward from where you were to where you want to be. So that's the power of coaching, really. That's the huge power of it. You have access to us.
And access to people we know, which is cool. Like within reason. We're not going to be like, yes.
No, I actually built a list of influencers for you guys. It's part of my launch help program. So you're not going in it alone. You're not going in it I care for you guys. So one of my students that just joined the other day, he has a really cool app that will help the world with kidney organ donation and stuff. And so I'm like, you know what? Come into my group. I have actually a group of 1,800 members. I'm going to showcase what he's trying to do because I want more people to be able to get their donation, organ donation versus waiting 6 years. He cuts it down to 6 weeks. So it's like saving people's lives. You're not only, doing all these little softwares to give you the life you want. He's actually doing it to save a lot of people's actual lives. So yeah, this is the quality and the type of help you're going to receive.
And that's one of the things I do too. A lot of you guys may or may not know, I have a passion business that I start. And I had it based on alcohol. I had an alcoholism problem in my life. I think I'll be 5 months sober next month, May, whenever May is. And I'm making apps and tools that are going to work for them, right? Like, here you go. Here it is. We're going to map it out. We're going to make it work. There's apps and tools for people who are depressed. There's apps and tools for all kinds of stuff. There's an app for like listening to therapy talks. I just saw it the other day and I'm like, wow, that's confusing. What if there was one for each symptom? By the way, there's an idea, right? And you can make one for like anxiety. You get anxious, pull up your phone and you're like, listen to this, listen to that, do this, do that with little meditations or whatever, which is really cool. So here's how the 8 weeks is going to work. By week number 3, you're already developing your tool, which is really cool. So week number 1, we're going to choose your software niche. So at the end of week 1, you're going to know which direction your business is taking. You're like, here it is. This is where I'm going. This is who needs the app. I know that they're looking for it, or tool or whatever it is. And here's how I'm going to go about it, right? So you're going to learn the market research for apps and tools. You're going to learn what it's going to cost before you start. So you're going to go in, like, you'll be like, wow, I'm going to make the next ClickFunnels. Okay, yeah, that's going to cost a lot. Or I'm going to make something that makes opt-in pages. All right, you could do that for $50, right? We're going to go through and take a look at each and every one of those and make sure that it makes sense. And I want you guys to start small and get little tiny tastes. Like Kim started small and she got a big taste of the market there, making a lot of money with that one, which is cool. I started small, started with a little app that I developed myself. And I use tools to develop it because I don't know how to code. I only know how to ruin codes. And luckily I have a program who fixes them. But don't look at your code. Let him do that, right? Don't be Marcus. So week 1, we're going to choose your software niche. At the end of week 1, you're going to be like, I get it. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm supposed to do. Week number 2, we're going to take your market and we're going to gather information about your niche. We're going to talk about pricing. We're going to talk about giveaways and what to charge. We're going to talk about locating groups to market and places to promote. We're going to look at competitors and stomp them, right? We're going to show you how to stomp the competitors and make it real. I'm going to let Kim read number 3 because this is the one that she really shines in. I'm okay at outsourcing. I have a guy and I'm like, whatever, I'm just going to keep him because he's been with me.
Yeah, and this is why we are working together, because the things that I might not have, he will have, and this is what I specialize in. You're going to learn how to outsource, what to say. Basically, you're coming in kind of, if you're a newbie, you don't know what to say and you don't know where to go and you don't know what to do. I'm giving you all of that. I'll have scripts on exactly what you can copy and paste to say to them. I will teach you how to negotiate so that you're not going to be ripped off. You won't look like you're incompetent. Even if you don't know what the heck you're doing, you won't look like that, because I'll give you all the tools you need to actually get what you want at the price that is reasonable, and then just make it happen. Now at this point, within idea to creation, I could go from 0, 3 days from idea to getting my app within 3 days to one of it is 2 weeks. So if you're like, well, it'll take forever to build all these things, blah, 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 blah. No, I actually had things made within 3 days. If you can imagine going from nothing to your own software, your own product, your own offers in 3 days, would that be something that you might want to do? And that was low budget though. That was like a quick $50 extension that I created.
And you guys know my plugins. Like, you guys love my plugins. You use them. The longest one that took to develop was 3 weeks. And that's because I couldn't get a hold of my programmer for a week. I think it was like there was a storm in the Philippines or something like that. But I paid him for that week anyway, because I'm probably too nice. But anyway, you don't have to. But yeah, 3 weeks for like the most complicated one, which is really cool. So tell them what they're going to get in week 3. Go ahead and go down that.
Week 3 is how to outsource, what to say, what to pay, getting your programmers to make things how you want them, program formatting and setup. Week 4 is setting up your sales funnel. I have share funnels for you as well. Super easy, 1-day funnel site setup, WordPress or ClickFunnels, depending on what you want, generating leads and building your list. The follow-up, not everyone bites the first line. Week 5 is driving traffic and testing. And do you want to go over week 5 and week 6?
Yeah. So to recap, in week 4, we're going to show you how to set up your sales funnel so that you can set this up to pay you over and over. We're going to show you how she gets paid over and over. Like, she doesn't wake up every day and be like, I need to charge Ted, right? Ted's already charged, which is cool. And we're going to show you how to automate all this stuff and make it really, really, really simple.
Jacqueline says, can you make the page a little smaller? Is it like too big or something? Okay.
Better? Okay. So we're going to set that up. Now, one of the cool things also, like in week 3, you guys work with us. Like, you guys are part of the family when you join. You're like, hey, Marcus and Kim, take care of me. And you'll be like, oh man, I want to get this app created, but the programmer said it's going to be, $200. And we're like, well, why don't you go over here? I think you can get it for 45, right? And we're going to work with you every step of the way, and we're going to help you understand things so that you know how to get things done. And Kim and I have a little issue, and that issue is that we have to solve problems, right? Like, you can't come to me or Kim and be like, hey, what do you think of this app? We'll be like, ooh, I like it. What if you did this? And then this, and then this. And you'll be like, whoa, shit, you just gave me a whole business idea, which is cool. And we're going to help you with that as we see it and everything, which is cool. So week 4, we're going to set up your funnel. Week 5, we're going to talk about how to drive traffic and test. The beauty of these is if you set them up right, you get traffic free. Super, super easy. Also, if you do it right, you're going to do paid traffic and you'll make money on it. We're going to show you how to do all that. We're going to show you how to make other people promote products, or other people promote products for you like crazy. So other people will actually promote these for you. We're going to show you how to get paid traffic that pays, not paid traffic that costs, paid traffic that pays. Week 6, we're going to talk about back-end profits. You guys know that I'm the back-end traffic guy. Or profit guy. I'm able to make money on the back end in really crazy ways that other people don't. And I know how to do it the right way. And we're going to show you how to use these. If you're doing a free app or even a paid one, we're going to show you how to add other things onto it to make a lot of money in a really cool way. This is where you start building the biz part, the big biz. Okay. We're going to show you how to find other stuff to offer. We're going to show you how to start thinking big picture, because a lot of you guys right now might be thinking small. I can't do software. I can't do this. I don't even know what a PHP code is, which doesn't matter. I don't think I do either. I know you just save it as PHP. That's about it. We're going to show you how to go into your market and figure out what they really want. Because here's the thing. Nobody wants to buy Group Convert from Kim. No one does. Not one person. What do they want? They want their list downloaded from Facebook. Right? They're not sitting out there going, I wish there was Group Convert. No, they're like, I want this list. Because she knows that, she now has a way to market to all of the people who are using it, which is brilliant, which is going to look at that, and she's going to look back on this day and be like, holy crap, $6,000 a month was peanuts compared to what I built.
And I want to add to, I've been seeing questions saying, will you teach us how to do this? Will you teach us how to do that? This is coaching, but I've also been developing my course for the past months. And so I have a lot of pre-recorded videos as well, teaching you how to upload your Chrome extension. If you have a Chrome extension, what do you do? Like very specific things, how to set up your funnel. And then here are the share funnels for it. So I just don't want you guys thinking, are you going to teach us this and are we waiting for it? No, you're not going to wait.
Yeah, you're going to get the live stuff and the pre-recorded, and I have some stuff we're going to give you pre-recorded as well, which is really cool because you're going to get the best of both worlds, and you can start today. Like right now, you're like, Marcus, I want to do this. Kim, I want to do this. Show me how. Week number 7, we're going to go through and talk about learning more about what your market wants. You're going to be able to ask your market what they want. Like Kim could go to her people and be like, hey, what do you guys want? Well, we wish we had this. Okay, cool. If I added that on, would you pay another $10 a month? Hell yeah. Boom, instant money. Then you can learn how to sell it to them again. And then you can ask them again and repeat the process. And this is how you start a business. That's how I come up with my plugin ideas. I ask you guys, you're like, hey, man, I don't know how to do this. Okay, here you go. And you go, wow, you're a genius. And I'm like, no, I just asked you and you told me you're the genius, right? Not me. Let your market be the genius. Week 8, we're going to talk about how to repeat and profit more. Now, there's some bonuses we have as well. At the end, you're going to have a product. We're going to show you how to make these products as well. If you're doing info products, I know a lot of people were like, oh, I have this course about violins or something. We're going to show you how to structure and build this. And I actually have this already recorded, which is really cool. And we're going to go through it live so you can make these, which, by the way, this is a glorified Chrome favorite link. Right? So everyone who has this desktop and you're like, I installed it and it pops up and it looks like software. It's actually not. It's a glorified Chrome extension ran through a install builder that costs $30. Or I think it might have been $99 for the install builder. But if you guys have one you want to install, you don't have to do that. You could use my install builder. I have it and I'll run it through there for you, which is cool if you're part of the course. So here's some bonuses we're going to give you. We're going to give you the software builder training. We're going to give you all my plugins and tools for use on your sites. 1 year access to support for the Simple Tools. You're going to get the Simple Sites Anniversary Edition. And if you look at it, you guys know these are on my sites already. If you were to buy them on my site separately, it's about $5,000. Plus, I'm going to personally help you find your software niche during the first week. This is worth the entire price because I'm going to give you that software niche. And once you have that, you go build your software and we show you how to make money with it. So there is no excuses. Once you do this, you're like, I see the opportunity. I want to do it. Other people are charging like $5,000 to learn this stuff and they don't even have half of what we're giving you, which is the personal touch. And they're not going to help you with your idea. They're just going to be like, here's how to go to Odesk or whatever it is and get someone to build software. We're actually giving you the whole thing. So if you want to be waking up in a week or two and being like, I own a software, boom, this is where you want to be. So we're going to show you with that. And then Kim, if you want to go through some of your bonuses you have too, we'll go over that.
Yeah, I have something really exciting. You know how you guys, how it says at the end you will have a software? This is at the beginning you will have a software because the people from my audience, I know they're in here and they're waiting for that Easter egg thing. I demoed a white label version, completely white label. It's you, your name, your brand, your own links of Marcus's toolbar. You will get a toolbar just like Marcus's, except it will have all your links and so it will look like that. You can change the icon. You can change the little pictures at the bottom. And so now all of a sudden you have your own product right away at the very beginning to give to your audience, if you have any audience, or to pair with your existing products, if you have any products at all. Let's say, and let me know in the comments what you guys have as a product, if you have any, if you're
or
if
a
you
niche idea,
summit or niche idea or whatever it is. But I'm gonna go down just like 3, okay?
And before we do,
okay, go ahead.
I actually, Kim had her demo of the software, and I'm like, no, you need a search box on it. And she went and had to make a search box. And the reason I told her that isn't because I wanted her to spend $10 extra to get that. It's because I know the power of it. And you could link that to your affiliate thing. So if you had like a tattoo toolbar, you could link this to the thing where they go and they actually search for butterfly tattoos through your affiliate link. So you make money, which is crazy, right? Brian, keto-friendly options at restaurants near you. There you go. You put this in, you take them to little zip code things. And the way this works, we're going to show you. It's all based on a search query, which is cool. See how it says S equals? That's all it is. Like a lot of people think I'm a genius, but I'm actually just like a wannabe.
Imagine what it's worth to you to have something like that immediately for yourself, so that if someone searches through your link, now all of a sudden they're part of their sticky cookie to every single affiliate program that you have imaginable. So if it's Amazon, if it's, ClickFunnels, if it's whatever, it's your own white labeled extension that you will get. So I did that as a response to asking people and talking to a lot of people. They're like, well, Kim, yeah, you have the ability to teach me all these Chrome extension things and you have a class and everything like that, but you know, I have to think of an idea. I have to wait around for that idea. And even though you have someone telling you, hey, I'll show you how to get an idea, it's not as powerful as someone saying, here it is. Here it is. You'll get it.
And watch this too. Give me 1 second. If you want to take some questions, some of those ideas, I'm going to show them something in just a minute. The ideas they typed in.
Oh yeah. So keto is a great one. Mm-hmm. And the thing with Marcus is, if you guys are coming from his audience, he has this thing that says new from Marcus. So let's imagine that you have a coupon code that you only reveal on your extension. Now, all of a sudden, they have to have you on their desktop to get those weekly deals or the monthly deals. So you have control over their desktop real estate. A lot of people have just a few extensions on top of their thing when they open their window. You are top of mind all the time. How powerful do you think that is if you have something like that, where every time they open their window, they see you at the corner?
And check this out. So Instagram on PC. Like, I wanted to do Instagram on PC because I was like, dude, I hate using phones. I don't like cell phones. And I found out 6,600 people, 2,900, 1,300, all these people want to use Instagram on their computer rather than on their phone. They're like me. They're like, dude, I'm old school. Kim actually went in. This was our challenge, which actually made this course come about. We're like, okay, now we have to make a course. And I was like, what about if we do like an Instagram thing? And she actually made a little button and it goes to Instagram on your PC and it makes it work just like a phone. So if I want to upload something, boom, I can upload whatever I want right to my Instagram from my computer.
I made that for $50, you guys.
$50. And that's pretty badass. Look at how many people you can conquer, or wherever it went, where'd it go? Look at how many people there are. That's a lot of people. And guess what? The only people who want this are influencers who I know how to monetize. So I'm like, hey, by the way, you like my thing? Why don't you join my course about how to monetize whatever, which is crazy, right? So if you guys are like, this is sounding better and better, you're right. We can go on all day and it'll just keep getting better and better. And you'll be like, this is crazy, right? So those are the things. Go ahead and go over the bonuses that you have as well.
Okay, so you're getting access to Chromeboss Masterclass. That is pre-recorded modules that if you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to talk, you don't know how to set up your funnel, you don't know any of that, that addresses all those questions. And if you have more questions, let me know in the chat and I can address those as well, whether or not we have that in there. And you have guest modules from Chris Fong, from Spencer Mecham. You might know a little bit about all these people, Zeki Ahmed, Robert McCorkle, and they tell you how their approach for their extension goes. Spencer actually spoke to me and he's like, Kim, the reason why I got a lot of opt-ins and a lot of people is because I gave away a free Chrome extension. Have you guys ever learned about Spencer Mecham's free Chrome extension? Let me know in the comments if you know that. But that's the reason why he was able to get so many people into his world and opting into his thing. And then he sells them on the back end. So he's not even charging for his creation. He's just giving it away and he makes so much on the back end. So you learn how to monetize your extension. So after you create it, how do you monetize it, right? And then you will get all the extensions that I've created so far: Quick Link Convert, Group Convert, Pro Account, Ad Extractor, and you're like, well, what are all these other ones? The point is, you're getting my creations that are by themselves going to cost you way more than if you buy, if you get this deal, way more individually, and some of them don't even have lifetime value. You're just paying forever. And then I have an extension that I only offer for live webinars like this. I have an extension that actually will let you hack funnels that are currently existing in the ClickFunnels world, but it's only for the first 5 orders. So just jump on that and get the first. If you jump on this opportunity to get the first 5 orders, you'll be able to actually grab a copy of that extension, and that will actually just within a few seconds clone ClickFunnels pages. So,
and a lot of the people that you mentioned, actually, they believe in this so much, they're actually having us do webinars for their people.
Yeah, and
Spencer's like,
Kevin,
dude, come teach, you know, because they know
yeah,
it works.
yeah, and Kevin said that he's giving me testimonial right now. Thanks,
Mhm.
Kevin. He's saying that he has 3 of my Chrome extensions. Kevin, what is the power of my Chrome extensions? Do they work really well? Are they awesome? Do they provide you so much value? Are they worth, like, what do you think they're worth? Drop a number. What do you think all these my extensions, just the extensions alone, like, you're not talking about a class. You're not talking about a whole support system, the marketing and everything. Just let me know what you think it is. Um, okay, hold on. Sorry about that. Um, so you're also getting a Facebook group community access to all these apps. We have like a group class chat where if you have an idea in the middle of the night, you can just type that in and say, "What do you guys think of this?" So it's like instant, and other members will chime in and say, "What about this, that?" And so you're getting the value of a community as well. So the rest below is actually Marcus's portion. So this is actually what you're going to get in its entirety. All of Marcus's portion and all of my portions.
Exactly. And the total value on that, if you go to our sites and you bought everything individually, it's like 13 grand. And remember, last time I sold this, it was $15,000 and people were glad to get it. Like they
Yeah,
were
and
like,
Ruben just said that all my extensions alone are worth over 10,000 for him.
Mhm.
Just my extensions, not my class, just my extensions. And I want to also add oh my gosh, I should just have muted that. Sorry, you guys.
That's all right.
I'm
And
gonna mute it right now.
no problem. And it's cool because, you guys look at this and I don't want you to have that regret. I don't want you to have that worry that like, oh, what if I don't do this today? What if I don't? Like Kim was like, yeah, I think I'll pass. And the dude's like on the NASDAQ. Like, I don't know anyone on the NASDAQ. That's pretty crazy, right? And you look at that and it's like, this is all because of software. And you guys are going to look at this and you'll be like, at the end of the month or whatever, at the end of a couple of weeks, even if it takes you a month or two, you'll have something of value. I guarantee if you just sit around and you're like, I'm going to keep watching other webinars because maybe someone else has something better, you're not going to find it. I've been doing this 20 years and I haven't found it yet. If you guys want to get on this, definitely do it now so you can get those bonuses. You're looking at simpletoolsbigprofits.com/go. That's simpletoolsbigprofits.com/go. Now, in addition to all that, as if that's not enough, we're basically like, hey, here's a free car with everything you buy, and here's a house to put it in. And by the way, we'll give you a chauffeur if you're like me and you don't like to drive. So simpletoolsbigprofits.com/go. Bonus 2, we're going to show you how to create the desktop applications. You guys have seen and probably used the Simple Sites Big Profit software, which installs on your computer. This is responsible for making me a lot of money. Yes, it is in the make money online space, but you could do it for anything. Literally do it for anything. Okay? Really, really cool, really easy. All right? If you guys order and you see a page after, it's probably because I just didn't switch it yet. Just close out after you order and then let us know you signed up and everything like that. You can make these softwares easy. You can make a simple software like this in a day, like literally a day. I'm talking a day. And we're going to show you how to make those. Once you have those, you can make them yourself. You can go get resale rights and make them out of resale. You can do whatever you want, right? And this thing is going to go like crazy because everyone sees the opportunity. So you want to get in as fast as possible. It is going to be limited. And we do have a lot of people who are going to promote this. So I don't want to see you guys miss out. Bonus 2, I'm going to show you how to give away downloads and make money, which is really cool. Okay?
Yeah, and you will have an extension to give away as well to your current audience, my white label one. So you're going to have something that looks like Marcus's tool, basically. And
Exactly.
for you, I know you guys are in the audience because you're sticking around for that Easter egg word. I don't want to distract you and have you like go to another landing page and not listen to this training. So actually, if you have registered and you watched part of this webinar or you're rewatching it, actually, when are we going to release the Easter egg keyword?
I think it's coming up. I think so.
Oh, okay.
Louise.
Very soon.
Louise is saying that she did order. I didn't see that come through. I want to make sure that that page is working for you. So maybe let us know what email you used or something like that. I'll try to find you by name.
Marcus and Kim give some of the best value online for free most of the time. So imagine what the paid will be like. Yeah, I have a group of 1,800 members, and in there I take experts who are good at what they do, and I have them do training in my group. So all my the people in my world get random free extensions now and then, interviews and training from expert marketers that's been doing it, some of them for 10, 12 years. And yeah, that's the value I provide. So that's the free stuff. That's free.
Exactly.
Paid.
Mary says, if I don't have any ideas, is this realistic? Yes. If you show up to week 1, you're going to have ideas. Week 1 is choosing your niche. We're going to give you an idea. You will not walk out of week 1 without a niche. So like, you're going to know. You'll have your idea. All right, that's simpletoolsbigprofits.com/go. As you guys get signed up, let me know so I can make sure. I think
do you see it go through? Or
I didn't see Louise's, so let me make sure our order page is working properly. I know we're getting the pay plan one is working properly. I know that. Did anyone else sign up? And okay, Jason Watts also. Okay, let me make sure this is working. There might be an issue. Jason Watts.
Should you give them the other link, the link that
no, because it goes to the same place. Let me just make sure that the order form's working. And if not, we'll get you a special link. But let me just double check it. So if you want to go through.
Laura, Jason says they signed up.
Okay. Cool.
Hey, Jack, to answer your question, what happens if you're not able to make the class week 1 or something? My life is crazy busy. So I want to say this, even if your life is very, very busy, because, you know, all our lives are, whose lives aren't busy, right? You will be able to get a lot of value from signing up anyway, because a lot of the tools you're going to get, the information is already created there. We have pre-recorded modules all there for you to get started immediately. So it's not like you have to show up to every single session to get value. You can get value almost immediately. However, it's cool if you show up to the coaching sessions, because then you will actually just get that specific next step catered to you and to your business. So think of it. A lot of people pay thousands and thousands of dollars for personal coaching, right? But we're able to provide that next step for you with this amount, and it's such a great deal. And you get a year's worth of support from Marcus's staff. And so it's, to me, it's what we're giving you is so much value. It's ridiculous. It's like my extensions alone.
Definitely is. Okay, if you guys are having an issue with the order form, if you tried to pay using the $9.97, what I want you to do is go to simpletoolsbigprofits.com/go and just initiate a live chat with me and say, hey, I signed up. Do that here. I have my live chat on now. You can just click this and contact me, and I'll take care of that. Okay, it's probably just a little thing that I'm not seeing them, but go ahead and do that now. Do it right now. Say, hey, I ordered on the pay in full. And I'll make sure that you get taken care of so that you get your spot so they're not taken.
Yeah, and the first 5 people who order get that funnel hacking extension that I got, that earlier Kevin and a few more people from my audience have already tried out, vetted, and they love it. So yeah, it's Marcus. Jason says, hi, Marcus. I signed up got the receipt, but not the login info. Okay. He'll be able to take care of that. You guys, any customer service stuff? We don't want to spend the audience's time answering customer support right now. We want to answer your objections, your whatever mental, whatever, you know, hey, do you have that one thing? Hey, does it include this and that? Let us know what questions are flowing through your mind right now so that we can address all of those.
Cool.
Jack says, does this make sense for me if I already have the high ticket package from Marcus? Marcus, you answer that.
If you want to get in the software business, yes, it is. Okay. For those that are doing the pay in full, I'm going to put a link in the chat box. Order on that. trust me, it didn't go through yet. So I'll give you guys that link. It's not as pretty, but it will work for you. For some reason that pay in full is not working. So make sure that you use that link. And also, if you want to get me on live chat and you don't want to fill it out again, just tell me and I'll make that happen for you.
Yeah, and can you include that link in the screenshot of the...
Oh, it's a long link, but I can do it. It's like a long, ugly link.
Oh, maybe I can do a bit.ly link right now.
You know what I can do? I can do this.
Just
It's
use
going to be
bit.ly.
simpletoolsbigprofits.com/go1. Like that.
Go one.
And just wait. I'll set it up right now.
He's setting it up right now as we speak. So you guys have no issues whatsoever. Infusionsoft is sometimes Confusionsoft, but whatever.
It is. It
But
works good. I don't know what I did, but it's probably something stupid. Okay, so go one. Make directory.
Kim
Okay,
and...
cool. And stick around because we don't want you to miss out on this if you did try to order, and we will get it squared away in just a second. Okay, where's my link? Oops.
I created a bit.ly link of that. It's just
Okay.
really simple, Kim and Marcus. So if you guys, here, bit.ly/Kim and Marcus.
Cool.
So that you guys get to that one. So it's just bit.ly/Kim and Marcus, and then you can go to that link.
Cool. And that link will work for you. It'll work right now. Make sure you do it even if you use the other. If there are any issues with billing, we'll make sure to clear that all up tonight. But there shouldn't be. And it looks like the new one is working now, so you should be good to go. Let's see. And what I'll do is let's see. Okay, so
Simon
yeah.
says, when does the course start? When does this coaching? The course is already there for you. The group coaching will start what day?
Joe, no, you did not use simpletoolsbigprofits.com/go1. Okay, so if you guys paid in full, go to simpletoolsbigprofits.com/go1, and that link will work for you.
Okay, if you want that bonus, the bonuses for my bonus, the funnel cloning extension, it has to be the first 5 people who ordered, and so
Yeah, so get in there now. Make sure you use that link, and we'll go there. Laura, yes, the new link is only for the one pay plan. If you did the payment plan, yours did go through. For some reason, there's some error on it. I'll have them check it out or whatever. But if you are doing the pay in full, make sure that you use this one here. Okay, simpletoolsbigprofits.com/go. Okay, and I'll try to make sure that everyone who did go through gets that link. Okay. So use that now. If you have any questions, get me on live chat. Make sure you do sign up now. We are getting a head count. This is our first webinar of many. Calavan says, rough idea of working capital. I would say have an extra $500 just to be safe.
yeah, because you can get into this thing, and then you want to have a bigger idea or a bigger project. Just make sure you have a couple $100. However, I have created Chrome extensions that only cost me $50, and then I would go on a Facebook Live and be like, hey guys, yeah, buy this for $10. And I actually have people just buy during my Facebook Live, and then it pays for itself really quickly. And that's one of the techniques as well that you can use to just pay for the cost of your own extension. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Betty, yes. If you want to get this, we will credit you for the simple sites if it's within the last 30 days.
All right, guys. So you heard that. If you get this, you get credit for simple sites.
As long as you bought in the last 30 days. And the link is in there, simple sites or simpletoolsbigprofits.com/go1. Make sure you use that. If you did try to pay in full, I know Joe Sinclair, we need to get you again. Ruben, we need to get you again. Let's see who else. Jack, I think you need to do it again if you already tried. Betty. Who else? I think there was someone else.
So guys, go back to that link.
Definitely need to get you and Jason. And
go to that link, go one, and do it again if you purchased, because the first link didn't go through, and it's the part of this is the part of doing, you know, this stuff. There's technical difficulties, stuff doesn't start, but what is actually there and what actually has value, the pre-recorded videos, the extensions, all of those are already up, all of those are running. It's just this little snag, but everything else is already up and running.
Yeah, this is just a little, it's probably because I typed an extra character.
Ask is, does Sufani need to go again?
Tiffany?
Sufani.
No, he's good. Yeah, he's good to go.
Yeah, and Jack, let's say you're a busy executive and you want your virtual assistant to learn this. Is it possible for your staff to be able to go through this entire program? Absolutely. We're making it so that anyone can go in and gain value and actually have a product. So if it's not, we're not making this for super techie people. This is not for like the super techie people. This is for the people who are at the beginning, who want to get into it. Now, if you are super techie and already have all your stuff, we take you to the next step. So absolutely, if you are buying it for your staff, if you're buying it for your virtual assistant, this is for them as well.
Cool. All right. Yes, you still get all the bonuses. If you order on the other link, it doesn't matter. It's like the same product, so you're good to go. If you have any questions, let us know. Let me see. I got a lot of people on live chat. So if you do want to go to live chat, just go to the site and click this and we'll help you with it. And I can actually...
Yep. Jesse says fraud. This is not fake, you guys. I can actually demo to you like what's everything's going on, but it's not.
Yeah, I mean, does it make sense to you? Like, do you think people are making money with software? Of course they are. So you got to look at that. So let me see here. Got to get my live chat open.
And those in my community, if you guys are still here, still around, let Jesse know that I'm real. I'm a real person. I'm actually doing all this.
All right, cool.
What is this all about? Bill says.
No, we're a bot. I might be a bot. I don't know. You know, it's Are you a bot, Kim? They make me pretty real looking, so I don't know. I might be. Does everyone think I look like a bot? I hope not. Oh, that'd be weird.
You're a hilarious bot.
I'm a hilarious bot. Okay, there we go. I'm a funny bot. Okay.
Kevin asked me, or Jack asked me, what's my website? Jack, I actually have a lot of different landing pages for all of the extensions I have out. But GroupConvert is one of them, just groupconvert.com. Otherwise, I don't want you guys to be distracted from the current offer that I have. Just message me. I have a lot of extensions and a lot of landing pages.
Cool.
Gertrude asked if Gertrude's order went through.
Let me check.
Calivan, guys, is there a replay for this
Gertrude,
webinar?
you're good.
Calivan, is there a replay for this webinar?
There will be, yeah.
So the replay is going to be open right from now until Sunday, something.
Yep.
Yeah, so you guys get a chance to watch everything we went through from now till Sunday. And you know what? Just because I feel kind of generous with you guys right now, instead of the first 5 orders, you get my secret funnel hacking extension that's super secret. Those who have it don't talk about it. It's kind of like Fight Club. I'm extending it to 10. So 10, the first 10 people who purchase. So I saw a question earlier saying, hey, I wasn't the first 5. Do I still get that bonus? Yeah, you still get that bonus.
Since we're having an issue with the order form, everyone who orders on this call will get it. If you order after, you won't get it. So really cool. All right.
It is a secret that I leak now and then, Kevin.
And there's your Easter bunny. For those that were waiting. Okay, cool. For those of you guys that are looking to sign up in full, use the link we gave you. If you did try on the other one, let us know and we'll fix it there. And if you guys want, also, you could just order on the payment plan and then write me and say, hey, I want to pay in full, and we'll just work that out.
That link isn't working, the
Which
bunny
one?
link. Okay, so the keyword, you guys, is actually bunny. So if you go ahead and message.
And this will be up in the next 2 days.
Yeah. And go ahead and message me on the same bot that you went through. Just type the keyword back to it, bunny. Then my staff will go ahead and send you the link so that you could get that white label extension. Because you sat through this whole thing, you deserve it. I put in my time and my money and my effort thinking of the idea, talking to a developer, and making it possible for you for free. Since this is the reason why some of my audiences are here right now, because they're like, I want that free extension.
I want the bunny. And we'll hang out. I think we have another call. So this, that's how powerful this is. We have another call at 6. So I got to turn the air conditioner on in a little bit because I'm dying in here. But we're going to hang out for a little bit to make sure that all your guys' orders go through, because you are the first people. You guys are our first one. That's why it went out to my list and to Kim's list. Once this goes out to the public, the bonuses are going to change. Prices are going to change. We might not even have room for you. So we want to make sure that you get in now. The way you're going to do that is by going to simpletoolsbigprofits.com/go1. Use that form. And we'll help you out, get you set up. If you guys did sign up and you're wondering if it went through, type your name in the box, say signed up 997, and I'll read it off and be like yes or no and tell you if you need to re-sign up. That way you don't miss out on it.
Yeah, and I'm seeing some of you, Melissa, and people typing in bunny to my bot. My team will be able to see it, and then they'll send you the link in response to the bunny keyword. So the keyword is easy. It's bunny. And thanks. I see you guys coming through. Hey, Melissa.
Cool.
Yeah. Sorry, how do we get the bunny bonus again? Hey, Alvin, actually it's a chat bot through me. I'll post in the link to you privately. But it's otherwise you purchase this you purchase the course and then you get it as well. So for my audience, I have this Easter egg hunt going on where you get the keyword, put it into the bot, and then my team sends you access. So if you're not, I guess you're not part of my community yet, you will be, but I'll send you the link privately.
Cool. And then everyone on live chat, I am getting you guys taken care of. That's why I'm looking around like a crazy person. So yeah, if you guys do need help ordering, let us know. This is something, like Kim said, I mean, the pain of regret sucks here. Luis, it'll count. You just pay the difference between the two. So yeah, contact me on live chat, Luis, and I'll get you your link. So just hit me up on there and I'll get you a special on that.
And Melissa says Kim's the real deal. Thanks, Melissa. Thanks everyone who come and support me. You guys are so nice. Oh, okay. Greg says link for the bots. Okay. Yeah, if you stated out, I don't want to distract you from this current link. So message me on Messenger here. I will just have I'll do it later, okay? I don't want you guys to be distracted by this current link. And I will send it to you privately right now to those who want it privately. Just put it in the chat bot. Otherwise, let us know what objections you have, what you're still thinking of, what is it that you feel like you have questions about. Because again, it's about the moment where think of that time where you saw your friend go do something and now they've blown up. And you're like, why didn't I start 6 months ago? Why didn't I start 1 year ago? Why didn't I start 3 years ago? For me, why didn't I start in 2008 when I learned that there's this other world of people who are software engineers for like 10 years and they're willing to make you a software product for anywhere from $30 to, $300 that will net you thousands within like a couple of months. you know? So it's like, what? It exists? Yes. Does it still exist? Yes. It's either now or 2 years down the line where you're looking back at this presentation and you're thinking, oh man, I should have gotten in, you know?
Exactly.
So and what we're asking for, the amount we're asking for is such a great value compared to everything that you're getting. My apps alone, you know, some of them alone cost you almost as much. So just this is such a great deal for you guys right now that I'm like, oh man, we want to make it really a really huge no-brainer for you to get in, but it is a coaching program, so space will fill up. We can't like have like, you know, 100 people or something like that in one call, you know. So get in while we have room. And also I extended the bonuses for the first 5 orders to the first 10 orders. So
cool. Mitch has a question. He says, I have 3 high ticket niches and I've been running through boot camp for the last couple months. Will I get too strung out if I try to do this? I don't think so. I think this is actually going to help you. And I've talked to Mitch for a while. He's like the mustache dude. He's got the coolest mustache and he's always on our webinars. I can't grow a mustache. I still look like I'm 20 or something. I don't know. I probably look like I'm 40 now, but I still can't grow a mustache. But I definitely think this will work for you. Mitch, if you want to get us on live chat, I have live chat right now. If anyone is looking, saying, hey, can I get an upgrade link? Let us know on live chat. I can actually take care of that for you now. You won't even have to fill out any form. You just say, hey, this is what I need. And, you know, this is what I want to do, which is cool. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I think, Mitch, I think this will be good for you. I think it'll help you kind of get on the right track and you can use it with all your other ones as well. Okay. Jack says it's all about following through. Like I tell my 14-year-old, or manage people to do it for you. Either way, get it done. Exactly. And this is about moving fast. And I thought I moved fast until I met Kim. And I'm like, dude, what the hell's the matter with me, man? I'm like Turtle Man compared to Kim. But you guys see, even Turtle Man can make money, which is cool. Jack says, oh my gosh, the market will be saturated if you keep doing classes. If the market is saturated because of us, no one's going to care because we're going to be billionaires. And I don't think this course is going to make me a billionaire. So there's tons of stuff. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Live chat on PC Money Making, or you can go to any of the order pages and use the live chat there as well.
And if you order, you're getting that white label extension right away without going through my bot or anything. So just don't worry about me sending you like a private special link for that. So if you order and Marcus has your information, you're getting that white label extension. Any questions? This has been awesome. I can't believe that you guys are so nice, stuck it through this whole time. Asked a lot of great questions. Jesse says, poof, it's gone. What do you mean? Oh, magic. You know what? I actually visited the Magic Castle in California a few times, and it's just amazing. I have friends who are magicians, and it's just
I'm
incredible.
a magician. Huh? Did you know I was a magician?
Yeah. No, yeah. I didn't know you were a magician before knowing you, but then from knowing you and your story, I was like, wow, that's really cool. You know what's cool, you guys, about people who become magicians? It's like they learn the tricks. Like my other magician friend, who's also a magician, he travels the world. He's completely 100% nomadic. And someone's calling me. Oh, okay, sorry. My parents. My dad has been calling me saying, what's up? And he couldn't get to me, so now he's calling me on Facebook.
Cool.
I love my dad.
Yeah, my dad's going to be here. It'll be the first time he came here since we've lived in Florida, so he hasn't been here in 3 years, so he's be here next 2 weeks or something. Right after the Orlando meeting I'm having. We're having an Orlando get-together for boot camp people, which is cool. So we actually meet with our students, which is cool. So yeah, but yeah, definitely get in there. Simple Tools, bigprofits.com/go1 if you're paying in full, regular go if you're doing the payment plan, and we'll fix you up. and make that work.
Yeah, and don't get distracted by my link. I didn't mean to send that to everyone. So here it is again. SimpleToolsBigProfits.com/go. Oh, go or go one? Go?
Go one is for the pay in full, this big one
Okay.
here. And then go is for the pay plan, which is
Okay.
really cool. So let's see here. What do we got? There you go. George, thank you for that. Lifesaver. I have like so many screens open right now. If you guys could see it, you'd be like, whoa, the guy's a maniac. And I am a maniac, but you know. So cool stuff. All right. So let's go through questions. Also, I want you to remember that we're going to hold your hand every step of the way. We want you to take advantage of this opportunity because I think this is something that's finally going to get you where you want to go. And it's going to help you do this stuff, which is cool. And we're going to show you all the ins and outs. We're going to show you how this is a huge, huge potential upside with very little potential downside. If you look at what Kim's been doing, I mean, really, she paid like next to nothing for her Chrome extension, and it's making a lot. Like if I was to come to you 6-7 months ago and be like, hey, I'll build your Chrome extension, I'll show you the market to go into, I'll show you how to promote it and everything, like that would have been a good deal, right, Kim?
Yeah, it's a great deal. I mean, I'm in it. Am I gonna drink my own Kool-Aid? Yes. There was this time when I was thinking about how, you know, people are buying all these courses and stuff. Back then when I wasn't that big of a believer, it wasn't until I created my own course and showed people what to do and everything like that that I'm now looking around thinking like, wow, it's so amazing that these people are spending this time and energy to help you create something that will change your life. Like it completely transformed the way I thought about courses and the way I thought about coaching and everything like that. And when I switched my mindset from, oh, this is my money, like I don't want to let go of my money, you know, to okay, this is me investing in my future and my life, and then it pays off. It's because I invested in business coaching with my coach Nate McAllister that every week I just force myself to show up on the call and just to talk to him a little bit. He's like, you know, you should do this one thing. And I'm like, what's that? And he's like, just try doing it. I'm like, okay. And then it pays off. And then like it's not until someone, maybe this is my example, it could be different for you, but it wasn't until someone was like, Kim, you have to do it, to my face, that I actually started doing stuff. You know, you could consume a bunch of knowledge all the time and be shiny object syndrome and not go anywhere until someone's like taking you and shaking you going, do it. And that's that change for me. And then from there I'm just like monstrous with my speed, hopefully, with everything that I do now. But it was that catalyst, that someone helping me out like that. That's what we want to give to you.
Exactly. And it's really a no-brainer if you do it. And good thing you extended the bonuses, because we're out of bonuses if you didn't. So a lot of people are taking advantage of this. So definitely SimpleToolsBigProfits.com/go1. Remember, this is like a surefire paint by number system. Once you have this, you have something of value, even if you just go sell it as a business. Like you could build it and sell it as a business if you want. And you look at it and it's like, how many sales of a $50 product do you need to make your money back? Not much. So very, very cool. Remember, biggest regret people are going to have about this is that they didn't get in on it. Like people come to me and they're like, hey, how do I do this? How does it work?
Yeah. And Jack is saying, who do you use for outsourcing? And I want to answer Jack. I use a lot. And this is what I also teach. There are certain places you go for certain things. Like Freelancer, you could run a contest for like $10 and you get people actually creating logos for you delivered, and you can pick and choose which one. For $10 you can have 30 people coming at you, giving you a product, and you can tweak it. You could say, oh, I want this color, I want that color, can you change it? So you have all these revisions. So it's really cool. So Freelancer, Upwork, FreeUp, I just recently used. I actually have a coupon code, and this is the benefit from being part of Marcus's In My World, you know, being part of our program. You get all these little tiny benefits that are really cool. Like I can give you a coupon code because I know the owner of FreeUp for $25, just for you to immediately go out and have your first virtual assistant do something for you. So you get like $25 right away. So yeah, there's so many places that you can go, and I tell you like, okay, you want a logo, go here. You want a developer, go here. Oh, there's some developers that only lurk on these sites. They're a little bit more premium, but they are more reliable. Go here. Oh, here's a list of developers that are just Chrome extension developers I've hunted down. So it's like, you know, I created this so it will actually work out for you. It's not like it's not a course where I'm like, oh, I'm going to make money from selling this course. It's more like, what can I do to give you everything that you need, whatever step of the way that you are, for you to succeed. So those are my intentions. So hopefully that answers your question, Jack.
Simon, did you answer his question about what happens at the end?
What happens at the end of the 8-week course? So
you get 2 bonus weeks for one. So you get these 2
bonus weeks.
And then you have a year of coaching with me. And I think Kim has an open kind of forum thing where she helps people as well. And this is kind of an ongoing thing. So as we do new people, one thing that I always tell people is that if I have something ongoing, so people who join my boot camp, if someone joins my boot camp and at the end they're like, dude, I don't feel like I got enough, we put them in the next one free. So, I mean, if that's not fair, I don't know what is.
And also, if you join in my extensions, that the little tiny or like some extensions I create in the future, you're now part of my world. You're going to be getting the creations that I continue making. And some of my partners, they pay for other things, and then they just ping me. They're like, oh, Kim, I saw you created that other new thing. Can I just grab it? And because they're part of my world, they're like, I'm like, sure, just get it. And other people are paying, you know, hundreds of dollars for it. So it's like, that's the benefit of being in this ecosystem of software creators and knowing other software creators, and your peers are creating themselves. So I have some students reach out to other students saying, hey, let me beta test your stuff. And it's like mind-blowing stuff that they're creating. So it's like a Willy Wonka world of Chrome extensions.
And it's fun. Like, I love doing this. I like making little tools that are like, hey, that's cool. That helps people, which is cool. All right, Jack, you got to get signed up. Go sign up. You're going to love it. Jason, let's see. Did we get you set up, Jason? Jason, I think we need to put yours through again. So get me on live chat. Unless you were the one that ordered under a different name. I'm not sure.
So Jack, go ahead and go through that link. SimpleToolsBigProfits.com/go1. Jason signed up in under a different name. Mitch says, how will this work along with the weekly HTM and bootcamp webinars? That's a question for Marcus.
The bootcamp is almost over. So that's kind of neither here nor there. But the HTM or the high ticket niche webinars, go through those and ask us how to profit with your site. Like, you can bring that on there and ask questions, which is cool. Okay, Betty, did we get you in? Let's make sure yours got in.
So I'm going to send Betty the private link. I don't know how to send a private link.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Betty signed up, so you might want to give her that link again.
Oh, the Bitly link or whatever?
The sign up link, yeah. Jack, yeah, that's a tough situation. I mean, you know, you got to take care of your family first. That's number one, like, you know. But maybe look at what time you have and if that'll work for you. Yes, Betty, you're in. You're good.
Okay, Betty. Betty's asking about my bunny thing. If you bought on Marcus and we have your email, you're getting that without needing to go through the whole bunny thing, okay? The whole bunny thing is my chat bot. You just message bunny and my team sees that and then they send you the link. So just give so that's something that's something I have for my audience. It's like a fun thing. Hey, go to this webinar, watch this webinar. Some of it might fit some of them. It doesn't fit, you know, but you know, because they're part of my world, I want to give them this extension for free. But however, if you bought it already, if you bought this course with Marcus and I, then you're getting it for sure. So you don't have to go through the whole bunny thing.
Mitch, yeah, I'll get you squared away. So Mitch, just hop on live chat. Mary says most extensions are free to download. So how do you monetize? You monetize with affiliate offers, upsells, like plugins are free. Like I get all-in-one SEO plugin and I get it free. I get the Yoast plugin, I get it free. However, they're making millions of dollars because they're like, oh, you want the advanced version? Just like Bill Gates did with DOS, right? Here's DOS for free. You want Windows? That kind of thing. So it's huge.
I'll give you a more in-depth answer. Mary, okay, how do you monetize? I have some of my students monetize by having a ClickFunnels page, and then they have to order it. And then this is a little bit technical, but once they order it, it automatically adds them to the database for that extension. So only people who bought from you can use it, because there's an email that they have to input into the extension for them to even use it. Everyone can download it. No one can enter without actually buying from you. So that's one method I teach. It is called licensing. So you license it out depending on the email. So that's one way you monetize. Another way you monetize is creating both business to consumer, B2C, but also B2B. So you can sell your extension to agencies and say, hey, if you pay, instead of paying $7 a month, you pay $297 a month, you have the ability to now go ahead and provide that as an addition to whatever you're selling to your audience, or even free. Let's say someone has an Inner Circle membership. Some of my Group Convert partners have Inner Circles, and they provide Group Convert just for free, not really free because they pay into the Inner Circle, but it's an addition to what they're already offering, and they gladly pay me because they're getting thousands coming into, their Inner Circle, and then their Inner Circle loves them more for the fact that they can instantly get access to the software they would have to pay otherwise. So that's another way. The third way is giving it away. Like Spencer Mecham, he gave it away to get those emails. And think about it. If you can give away something that you created once, cost you one thing, but then you constantly get emails and leads from it over and over again for however many months to continue, what's the value of that for someone to be interested in your stuff, and then they know you more, they trust you, they'll start buying from you? Actually, a lot of the people who buy from me now have bought from me like a couple months ago, and they continue buying from me even till today, because they saw one thing being very valuable. So they follow me into the next thing, and then follow me into the next thing. So it's like, that's what you're creating. And that's also how you monetize. You're trading a lot of value for, the amount that they give you. And a lot of people are gladly going to give you to support your projects. Like, if they believe in your stuff, they believe in what you do, if you're saving people time and money and, even lives, like the kidney donation app, then, why not? Why wouldn't they support you? Why wouldn't you find it easy to monetize? So there you go. Yay, Kevin says he bought from Marcus and he bought from me. See, cool. That's what I mean. And Kevin got all three of my extensions as well. Like, you're creating this, I don't know, this way.
Okay, all order links are working.
Yay!
So we're good.
All right. What other questions? George says, thank you both for the great. We're looking forward to learning from both of you. Yay, Scott. It's George Scott in. George Scott. Okay. Simon says, are the weekly calls from both of you at the same time or different times?
Both, same time. Yep, that way you get the best of both worlds, and sometimes I'll know something she doesn't know, and she'll know something I don't know. That's the way it works in this business. Sometimes you'll get someone who's like Kim, and she's like, I've been in the software industry for 7 months, and I'm like, what the hell? How are you doing that? And I'll learn stuff. And that's the key, is be open, be flexible. You got to get past the worry of what if I don't know enough, or what if I think this, or what if I think that. You want to make sure you get past that and really work on what you got to do, because it's not that hard. You just got to do it. Now, again, I can't promise results. I don't know what you'll make. We have no idea. Don't ever trust anyone who knows what you're going to make, because no one does. Come on now. So you got to really focus on that and be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it work, and I'm going to listen, and I'm going to follow along, and there we go.
Yeah. And all the calls, I want to say all the calls that I'm used to making, I have notes recorded as well as the recording of the call. So you can't make that call, but you want to get the golden nuggets of that call, then you have access to the recording of the call as well as notes. I take notes about your big wins, if you have wins, and your next step for your next step. So that's what I do. If it's me and Marcus, we might use the same format, we might use a different one, but either way, you're getting the best of both worlds.
Cool.
Creating value has always been my hang up. So learning to create value is very important to me. Yeah, a lot of people confuse themselves and don't know like offer creation, right? Offer creation is huge and is big. This is something where you can instantly have something to offer. So instead of sitting around thinking, oh, what do I offer? You can quickly just offer the white label extension that I provide and just have that be a window into your life, into your businesses, whatever you have. You don't need to have your own software right away, but that's what you're getting with this. You have software right away.
Exactly. And you're going to have, like, you will have something. It's not another training course. It's not another, thing to learn. This is something where you're going to have something about, we're going to make sure of it. Like, if you don't have something of value by week 3, we're going to be like, okay, you're going to get it. And here's how you're going to do it, which is cool.
Yeah. And to answer Betty, can she put in a question in advance to be answered on calls if she can't attend? Yeah, we have a group class chat. It's a messenger chat. If you have Facebook and you use Messenger and you have a question in the middle of the night, just drop it into the class chat. Also, I have a private Facebook group for paid members, and there's this post called Facebook group questions. So as long as you go into the Facebook group and type in your question, any question will be answered within 24 hours. So don't feel like, oh, I can't make it to these live things and then I'll miss out. You're not going to miss out.
Yeah, you'll be good to go. And I think you guys are going to love this. This is what you need. Like, I know you need this, and Kim knows you need it. And that's the next step. So if you're willing to do it, we're willing to like shake your hand virtually until we meet in person, which sometimes I meet people in person, like our next couple weeks meeting. And if you could do it, we're going to shake your hand and be like, let's do this. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I so strongly believe in this. You know how some people like bug their loved ones and stuff? I'm doing that to my loved ones. I'm like, hey, look, this is so successful. Come and join me. And actually, one of my friends, he's getting a house and he's like, he's thinking about like, oh, I want to do my own thing. I want to be able to pay for my mortgage. I want to feel like that he wants to breathe a little bit better and not have his mortgage weigh on him so heavily. And I show him like what I'm doing. He's like, what the heck? And I'm like, yeah, you can actually like, of course, results are not typical. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but when I'm like, yeah, you can make a couple $1,000. Look what I did. Like, this, I don't even know that much. Like, I'm not an expert. I learned all this stuff. I spend the time to deep dive and, I spend the time to talk to experts and to get their opinion and I even bring in experts who are good to interview them so that I can grab nuggets from them for my class and everything. So because of that, I can confidently tell my loved ones or my friends that like this stuff works, just walk in this direction, just walk in this direction. And within a couple months, chances are you're not going to regret it. You're just, I feel like they'll thank me for it and it's not anything they'll regret. And the people the students in my current class right now are like getting, like some are selling their extensions already, some are buying other people's extensions and making income every day already. So it's like, it's awesome. I just feel like it's awesome.
Cool. Well, what we'll do for all our bonuses and stuff, we're going to give you guys 10 minutes to sign up, and I have to give you 10 minutes. All links are working. So simpletoolsbigprofits.com/go. You're going to go here like this. You're going to read the little rundown. If you want to talk to us, you can talk to us. I think Alyssa was trying to talk to me. See, she does try to talk to people, which is cool. You can actually see what you're getting here. All the bonuses are included. Just put your name, last name, email, all your billing info. You can see it's like a zillion percent.
Calvin says, guys, on the order page, there's a box asking for initials. Is it general initial box or any special code? What's
Your
that?
initials. So like if you're Marcus James Campbell, you'd be MJC or whatever.
Mary says, so do you think we should have other stuff to sell on the back end too? I may be overthinking this.
Wait until after week 1.
Yeah, I would say wait until after week 1.
That'll be answered.
The awesome thing is once you have one thing, it's easy for you to make more things. Do you guys agree with that? Let me know in the comments if you guys can relate to that. Like once you have that one thing, how easy it is for you to have other things. You know, it takes such a big amount to even have one thing. We're giving you a white label extension right away. You have your one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let me know. Yes.
And I think a lot of you guys actually are talking to Alyssa right now. It looks like there's like 10 people, so she's going for it. Gotta love Alyssa. Man, yes. She's like, if you give her something to do, she's like, of all of us, she's probably the bot. She just does it. She's cool.
Simon says the first product is the hardest. Yeah, so we're giving you that first product right away. So you don't have to overthink it. Don't need to overthink. And yeah, how cool would it be for anyone to have you on their desktop, on their browser when they open it up? You know, that's what you're getting as well. Yeah, make something great, then turn it over and manager make something else. Yeah, you can actually make one thing, hire a virtual assistant to take care of that one thing, and then you go on, you make other things, which is kind of like what I did, actually. So I have now 5 things and a class and a course, and you know, I'm partnering up with awesome people like Marcus, who's been doing it for 19 years, you know, like what are the chances of me entering into this completely new thing, this digital world where I'm just so new that I can connect with people who've been in it for decades, you know, like what are the chances of that? It's because I have software. It's because I can now learn the systems to sell. So let's say you go in and you don't even make anything, right? You will still have the knowledge of the system. If you can learn to fish, you know, you can catch fish for the rest of your life kind of thing. So we're teaching you the system, not only giving you something, you know, we're giving you.
If I look at it too, like Kim did in 6 months what took me like 8 years to do. So for those of you who are like, yeah, but Marcus started back when there was Hotbot and Lycos and MySpace. Kim started with all this competition, with all this stuff, and she just like kicked ass. And that's what I love is when I see people like that. Like this kid came up to me at Affiliate Summit years ago. Dude was like 15, and he's like, hey man, will you mentor me? And I'm like, yeah, let's talk. You know, and we talked, and the dude's like making 20 grand a month at 15. He's like, I don't even think I'm going to finish high school because what's the point? And he's just raking it in. See someone like Kim just gets there and does it. And you got to look at it and then say, why not me next? And your brain's going to be like, because I'm too old, I'm too young, I don't know enough, I'm broke, I have this, you don't understand. No, Marcus, it's like, don't make excuses, make money. Right? Say that to yourself. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm going to make money. Like I could sit here and be like, oh, my order page didn't work. What the hell? Instead, I'm like, let's roll. Let's roll with it. Let's make other ways.
So to answer Mitch's question, yeah, you get a list. You get a list of all the Chrome developers. You get a list of influencers that I personally connect with and can soft intro you to their world, to their influence. And I think one of them was in this actually webinar earlier. Ruben, he actually has this huge audience as well. And he says, hey, you know, if one of your students can come in and go live in my group, they can to launch their product. So I am like figuring out everything I can give you. You know, this is not a course that I just launched yesterday. No, I've been actually working on this for months, getting feedback, getting results, getting students to ask me the relevant questions so that I can, okay, you have trouble launching because you don't know anyone. Okay, I have some network, so I'm going to go out there and find these people for you who are willing to help people like you, people who don't have anything and starting out, trying to have something and don't know how to launch. Okay, then what do you need? Do you need the list of developers? There you go. Do you need a list of influencers? There you go. I'm adding to the list every day, to the best of my ability, because some people, who says no to me? No one does. Just kidding. It's so funny. Very little people say no to me. I don't know why, but that's what ends up happening because I don't know why. Anyway,
You're
I'm
friendly.
nice.
People are like, hey, she's friendly. You're like, yeah, friendly's
I'm friendly
good.
and nice.
Yeah.
So let me be the friendly, spider that goes out and weaves this huge web of support for you.
Mm-hmm. Jack, you need to sign up, dude. Like, I'm watching what you're saying, and it's time to make it work. It's time to just be like, you know what, I'm going to put it aside and I'm going to follow it. Be like, you know what, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to make it happen. I'm done fooling around. Like, I know this is going to work and I'm going to make it work, and no excuses, no junk. Let's go. And that's the key.
Like, you can do nothing today, and life will go on as normal. You will wake up tomorrow, everything is the same. And that's just, then there's no change. Or you could invest this amount. I don't want to say small because I don't want to undervalue anyone's hardworking amount. This high value offer, take it, invest in yourself, and know that you have people who are going to work for you, who are going to help you, who will support you, who will look around for influencers to help you out, and developers to help you out and be there for you. So it's like either that or tomorrow you wake up and life just goes on like normal and nothing changes.
And you're like being on the date with the guy and you don't pay attention. You're like the Marcus who made the Herbalife disc but didn't make any more discs. And that's how AOL started. They gave you a free disc with stuff and they monetized the hell out of the back end. And I mean, if you don't think that's a big company, think again. All right, guys. So we're going to wrap up because we got another rodeo to do here. That's how in demand this is. We got 2 today, 3 tomorrow. I think we have one Saturday. We have Monday. So you guys get in now if you're going to get in. That way you don't have to, you're going to beat the rush. You're going to get all the bonuses. And these are going to change as we go along. So now is the time. You guys got I'll give you till 5:45 my time, which is in about 18 minutes. So if you're hovering around that page, thinking about it, make it happen. Go in there, say, you know what, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to make this work. And we'll help you out. We'll get you all your logins and stuff. Sometimes it does take a while. This is a live class, so, just wait around. We will get in touch with you.
Yeah, all the logins you are going to get within 24 hours. Okay, so don't fret if it doesn't happen like right away, because this is live, and so.
And that's better live because you get us. Julian, yeah, you're good to go, bud. Thanks for signing up. A lot of people have signed up on this call, so make sure you're one of them if you want to be in. You got about 17, 18 minutes. I got to shut down the bonus stuff before the next call because we do have to change the links. So do it now and we'll make it work. Jesse, we don't have PayPal for it. I think that's what you mean. But if you use your PayPal debit card on the form, that'll work just like using your PayPal. And, we can help you from there. So thanks for joining Kim and I today. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you learned a lot. And I hope you got excited about software. If you guys do want the Easter egg.
I put the link in there finally at the very end.
Do you want that to go to everyone? Because it just went to Betty. So
I'll send only Betty?
Yeah, I'll send it to everyone.
All panelists.
There's the Easter egg.
Easter egg. So you got here just for that free extension. There you go. Thank you so much for waiting this whole time.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. SimpleToolsBigProfits.com/go. We'll see you soon. We're going to make software together. We're going to make a business together. Some of you guys might even partner with us if you have software that complements what we're doing. This is unlike anything you've ever seen. SimpleToolsBigProfits.com/go. Fill that form out whichever way. If you do the pay plan, we don't even pay attention to it. It's the same. You're still signing up, so it doesn't matter to us. But get in there, make it happen, and we will help you get going. That's what it's about. So thanks again for joining, guys. We'll see you guys soon, and bye.
Bye. Yay, you got the egg. Bye.
Cool. Copy the egg, copy the links. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye. And meeting.